nappy-headed hoes there. I'm gonna tell you that now. Man, that's and the girls from Tennessee, they all look cute, you know. So like kind of like a, I don't know, Spike Lee thing. Yeah.
Jenkins Brothers versus the Wannabes.
Yeah,
that movie that he had.
Yeah, it was a tough.
Do the right thing.
I don't know if I'd have wanted to beat Rutgers or not, but they did, right? On Friday, I apologize.
Salute to everybody once again. Happy Friday. I am so glad that you guys are in the building. I appreciate all of you. Shout out to all of you. I hope that March has ended on a good note with all of you. The dog days of winter are over. I think we're 10 days into spring. I swear when I was a kid, man, springs were, they had like a feel to it. I can't really describe it, but maybe because I'm old now, but I don't get that same feeling anymore. I feel like a lot of times spring is an extended winter sometimes. I feel like when I was a kid though, spring drastically was different. I don't know. I can't really explain it. Nevertheless, though, salute to you all. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Donald Trump, my dear president, was indicted by Alvin Bragg, Negro prosecutor. I'm going to talk about the Tennessee Transurrection. I'm also going to talk about the QAnon Shaman. And I got to talk about Viola Davis. I gotta talk about Viola Davis first. But before I do all that, Capsule, salute to you. Positivity is definitely coming your way. I hope all is well with you and yours. We got Jay Rillo in the building. Salute to you, Jay Rillo. We got Ty in the building. What's up, Ty? We got Leander, 06, bro. We got Logic in the back. I'm gonna bring you up real quick, Logic. I didn't know people were gonna call in this damn early. Logic, it is 11 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully you are somewhere in the UK or something right now, because it's kind of early to be indulging. If it's, what are you doing drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning, my good sir? We got Sweet Lady in the building. What's up, Sweet Lady? Positivity is definitely coming your way. We got Brandon in the building. What's up? Crazy chick Sheena, what's up, guys? Hit the like button. Positivity is definitely coming all of your way. I don't want to keep Logic waiting too long. I am going to give up my positivity to you all, but I do have to ask Logic. Salute to you, sir. It's been a minute. Listen, I'm never one to get in another man's business, but my sir, it's 11 o'clock in the morning now. Unless you're in the UK. Or in the Middle East, it's the morning time in America. But what say you, sir? Yeah,
it's 5 o'clock. It's 5:02 here.
Where are you at?
I don't know if I can take. No, I'm in Germany.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. What city in Germany are you in?
Stuttgart.
Okay. Well, Guten Morgen. I think I said the word right. Guten Morgen. Germany is a very beautiful country. Some of the most beautiful women live in Germany. I'm pretty sure they're around you right now. So if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing in Germany, sir?
I can't tell you all that.
Okay. So what's going on, man? How you doing?
No, hey, look, I'm looking at your topic, man. This Trump stuff is, hey.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know how long you was on though, so I ain't really get your feed.
I literally just started, so I was gonna go into all of that as well. I was gonna get into my diatribe about my opinions about Donald Trump, but before that, I was gonna go into Viola Davis. Do you know who Viola Davis is?
Yeah, the woman king.
Yeah,
or just Pearly.
No, the woman. Yeah. How long are you going to be in Germany?
For a long time.
Oh, okay.
What am I come back there for?
Yeah. How's the weather out there?
Cold, rainy. You know what I'm saying? They only get like true like maybe like a couple of months of summer.
Oh, okay. I heard that the average. I've never been to Germany, but my sister lived there for like a year. I heard the average German is about 6'1", 6'2". The women are tall too. Is that true?
Yeah. I didn't see it. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
compared to what we used to. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
where they get it from. They run around here like Matumbo. But yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
okay.
You know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Chaotic.
Yeah, I'm all into, I like, my wife is tall. I've always particularly liked taller women. And so I know that Germans and Swedish people tend to be taller human beings. So yeah. And so I know, go ahead.
No, I didn't say that. I'm finna move, man, because you can hear the people at the desk.
Oh, okay.
But
And you obviously are in a hotel bar. Okay, that sounds good. And you said you can't name drop the city that you're in. Have you been to Berlin though?
I just can't tell you what I'm here for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I told you what city I am. You got a bad memory, chaotic. I told
No,
you
I,
Stuttgart.
I couldn't hear you. Where you at?
Stuttgart.
Oh, Stuttgart. Oh, I didn't hear you at first. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to bring some light on this topic too, though, right? Because you
Go
know
ahead.
me, I like to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like to sit in a corner. And then been talking to a lot of people about this Trump indictment.
Yeah.
A lot of people out here, you know what I'm saying, just Germans, and specifically Joe Biden. And then the consensus that I got across the board is the United States look weak.
That's what I was gonna get into. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it looks weak. It looks like they scared of competition. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It makes the the thrill that everybody see in America is the freedoms.
Yeah.
That's what they don't have here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They pay, like I said, they pay a damn near a 19% value added tax. So we spoil in America.
Yeah.
But the thing is they looking at it that they seeing a shift in
Yeah.
American culture. They seeing a shift in American politics, and they saying it been ruled by our fists like they're used to.
Mm.
They used to this. So now, if you want to ask a person, because I know people might be saying in the chat, well, what do Germans know about American politics? But what they can tell you is they can tell you about corruption. They can
Yeah.
tell you about dictatorships. They can tell you about bad policies. They can tell you about all that because, for the most part, they experienced it at one point in time or they're experiencing it now. And they
Yeah.
seeing a lot of the same traits that they experienced, they heard about, you know what I'm saying, from their ancestors that they experienced previously. You know about Germany, they ain't gonna go with that. But they saying that they see a lot of these things and their ancestors, well, the older people in the culture is telling them they seeing a lot of the same similarities.
Yeah. And I'm assuming we all in the chat know what we're talking about in terms of what happened between 1935 and 1945 in Germany. It does make us look weak. The idea, I never imagined in my life the idea of a booking photo of a U.S. president or former U.S. president. And I could only imagine with Putin, he's probably somewhere in the Kremlin laughing the storm up. Him and Dmitry Medvedev. Xi Jinping is probably laughing it up. Our country is worried about transgenderism now, fighting for transgender rights, locking up not locking up a former president, but indicting a former president. It's absurd what's going on in this country, man. And
Yeah.
then we have a president who is clearly suffering from dementia, clearly out of his rockers. Did you see the speech that he gave or the response that he gave the day of the, I know you heard about the Catholic school shooting, and he was, before his speech, he was cracking jokes. He was talking about how the kids in the background and look pretty. And I'm like, dude, 3 kids just got killed by this maniac and you're cracking jokes. Did you see that?
Is that that's the one that's the current shooting? Because I mean,
That was the
hell,
current shooting, correct?
okay, so I didn't see his response to that. The last
Yeah,
time I heard him respond to anything was the train polluting everything in like you know what I'm saying,
Ohio.
northern, yeah, Ohio. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it wasn't
Ohio.
Ohio. I'm
So
sorry. It was yeah, it was Ohio. Yeah, it
yeah,
was
it
Ohio.
was
Yeah, yeah,
Ohio,
it was
but
Ohio. Yeah.
it was threatened that area. You know what I'm saying, of West Virginia, Northern
Yeah.
Virginia, all that kind of stuff like that. So I seen that though. But I'm telling you this, I stopped watching him. It's
Yeah.
cringe. You can obviously see something that's wrong with this man.
Yeah.
Everybody seemed like they want to know it. Uh, Black people who, you know what I'm saying, during the last election, you know what I'm saying, was saying vote, 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 vote. We don't see
Yeah.
them talk no more. Meek Mills, Jay-Z, they in
Mm-mm.
hibernation. I don't know,
Yeah.
with some fucking polar bears. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even get the whole concept of why people listen to him anyway, when we can see pretty much what he's doing. And um, it's a good thing I'm over here.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, I can look at it in a different lens, and I can start talking to people that look at it from a different lens. And then for the most part, the message I'm getting is America's weak.
Yeah.
Um, we're weak for allowing a person. Our hatred for somebody will allow a person that's crippled, allow a person to become in office because of our hatred for that individual so bad. So now we'll never have a collective response to sit here and say, hey, look, you know what? Let's fix this situation. We'll just roll with it. Now you
Mm.
see that they understand that it's coming to a point where Trump is up in the polls. You know what I'm saying? Kind of bye DeSantis. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much the Republican forerunner now. Now you start seeing indictments and stuff like that with Stormy Daniels. And this is the crazy part about it, right?
Yeah.
If I went out and I said, say I'm messing with you, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
said, hey, look, you know what? I use money to bribe you or whatever, blase, blase, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't that crime be both ways?
It should be. Yeah.
But why is they exclusively putting this crime on? If you saying it's a crime, shouldn't Stormy Daniels get indicted too?
Yeah. We're all
You know
in
what I'm saying?
cahoots with each other.
We
Yeah.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? If I stole you a stolen car, you know what I'm saying? I
And I
stole
knew
the
it was
stolen car.
stolen. I get the RSP, the
Exactly. You
receiving
receive the
stolen
stolen
property.
prop. But
Yeah.
like I said, this is, for most part, the world is looking at us like we're weak. The
Yeah.
reason our dollar holds up so hard is because of our power, our strength. And I'm gonna be honest with you, fear. Fear holds up the American dollar besides, you know what I'm saying, Middle Eastern oil.
Mm-hmm.
But when you lose that fear, when you lose that power, when you lose that prestige of being American, then now you become weak to the whole world. And that's what
Yeah.
we're looking at now. We're looking at like that's what we're looking like now to the whole world. We're looking weak. And then now we as citizens is looking weak because we're allowing this person to stay here.
What
I'm
is
sorry, it's a rant.
no, you're good. Yeah, I'm glad you called in because you know you are on you have boots on a foreign ground right now. So it's good to hear what foreign or what people across the pond are saying. Now I know Germany doesn't have a chancellor anymore. They have a president. What is the president saying now about anything dealing with the US? And
You
typically
know, they're not gonna do that because, like I said, I mean, without the U.S., this whole I can't even say that. Look, don't I plead the fifth on that question, but you can't
yeah,
expect these countries to actually say anything or speak out. You'll
yeah,
get the most part, you'll get something from their citizens.
okay,
And now I'm telling you, I'm looking at, if you give me a time, I come on the Caddick show and I got a guy who actually worked close to me and he got some strong views. He might not cam up,
okay, that's
but I
fine.
guarantee you he probably talked to you about, you know what I'm saying, what's the post that the world is looking at America right now. And I think that's probably good content because you probably the only one in this whole area that cover politics, that cover shit that really matter besides fucking a bitch. And
Yeah, I do, man. So you said Stuttgart. I hope I said it right. Stuttgart. Okay, okay. Um,
Stuttgart is the automotive capital.
okay.
Porsche, Mercedes, all the brands we like is made here. So
Really? Oh, okay.
that's what the kind of the baseline of actually Stuttgart is.
So tell me how the is. So I know Germany still has a lot of old architecture, old world buildings, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
still
yeah, I know.
exists. I mean, it's if you look at like uh, Germany, it really looks like, you know what I'm saying, it was looking, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, decades and decades ago. They
yeah.
don't necessarily change the infrastructure. What they'll do is they'll actually renovate it. So all they buildings look like the traditional German type of buildings. You know what I'm saying? You'll
Okay,
still have like skyscrapers and stuff like that, but they kind of maintain they
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, the presence of that old feel. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Okay, sounds good. Let me do my diatribe, man, and
Mm.
let me yeah. But if you want to call back in, that's fine, man. But thank you so much for
I ain't
calling in,
calling back
Rod.
in, man. I'm finna get drunk, man. This German beer out here is the bomb.
I
So
can tell.
I came up here to fuck with you, man. Say salute, man.
Salute.
I'll be watching you from the bushes, man.
Thank you so much, Logic. Peace. Guys, I was Logic on the ones and twos. Me and Logic used to do a show together. Well, the Tuesday shows, the Lapeef Politics show, a long time ago, but I took over for Tuesdays by myself. Me, Logic, and Amir. We used to do that, but he was calling all the way from Stuttgart, Germany. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Joe Biden is with the $2 super chat, says Logic was one that enlightened me to bricks. Let's see here. Okay, guys, let me get to my positivity. Let me see. It's a lot of people, man. You know what? And guys, just bombard the chat with questions and or concerns, comments, etc. 06 all the way to Ivy Dreams. Hey guys, so I woke up this morning and it wasn't this morning, it was last night actually. I was watching random videos on YouTube like a lot of us do occasionally, and Michael Jordan, famous basketball player, the second greatest basketball player of all time after LeBron James, he has a movie coming out. It's called Air. It's a biopic. Now, it's not a biopic of his entire life. It pretty much covers the his rookie year and him signing his famous Nike deal. That's what the movie's about. So I saw Viola Davis. Let me bring this up real quick. Viola Davis. Viola Davis, who has acted in a lot of movies. And I've seen her in a few movies. One with Sandra Bullock, beautiful white woman. And I've been saying this for a very, very long time about Viola Davis. She can't act. No. So, what's up, Joanna? So, before I get to the main topic, which is about Trump, I have to talk about Viola Davis. So, I saw her in, she's playing Michael Jackson. She's playing Michael Jordan's mother in this biopic. Now, you and I all know that Michael Jordan was drafted in 1984. Now, 1984 was the year I was born. It wasn't that long ago. But Viola Davis, or Viola Davis, however you say her name, she has a way of acting which is really strange to me. And not strange in the unique way. Strange in the it's getting boring type way. Okay, and what I mean is she plays the same character in every damn movie. She plays like a downtrodden black woman, almost like a slave or something. And she's done it in almost every movie that I've seen her in. She did it in this movie called Unforgivable with Sandra Bullock. She did it in what's that movie? I didn't really see The Woman King, but I saw snippets of it. She does it in this First Lady. So the First Lady is a docu-series of, different first women, and they're showing you, certain events that happen. And she plays Michelle Obama. And I noticed she plays the same damn character. Like this, woe is me. Yeah, they gone. Like in the trailer Air, which is about Michael Jordan. She plays the mother, and she's literally talking like it's 1800. Y'all gonna have to take care of my baby. And I'm like, I've never heard black women talk like this. Why is she talking like a goddamn slave? Why? And I have a theory to that. What's up, Pete Rothstein with the $5 super chat says, she never plays a positive role as a black woman. Always misery and chaos. Yes! She plays it all the time. Now, in the trailer Air, which is about Michael Jordan, here goes Michael Jordan, who gets drafted into the NBA. Her son, in real life, is an incredible athlete. But Viola Davis obviously doesn't know that, because she's making it seem like in this trailer that her son is the first black player to be drafted in the NBA. It's a weird way of acting. It's a weird way of presenting black women and black people that I can't stand. She could be playing a black woman in the year 2700. I mean, that's what, 700 years in the future. And she would still play a downtrodden, chaotic black woman. Yeah, baby, you gonna have to work hard on that spaceship. You know where we came from. That's how she acts. That's how she acts. And I'm tired of it, actually. She played like a lawyer in a... She played like a lawyer of some kind. I saw like a scene of it. And she's acting like a downtrodden black woman as a district attorney. I'm going to show you this scene real quick. Now, this is from First Lady. This is from First Lady. Now, you guys are asking. Capsule says it's the year 2900 and she's still oppressed. Yes! She will still be oppressed, man. Joe Biden's with the $2 super chat says, FUCT. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. I won't have any MJ slander. Nah, Michael Jordan played against taxi cab drivers and school teachers. He didn't have any competition. I know, right? People are going to say he had competition, Larry Bird, right? Everybody plays like Mike and Larry Bird in this NBA and better. So I'm going to show you this scene of Viola Davis. Once again, playing a character, but playing the character as a downtrodden black woman. Look at this scene real quick from First Lady.
What about... Really? John Edwards have Secret Service? What about John McCain, Mitt Romney?
Probably not.
Yeah. You know why? You're a coon. You're a nigger running for president of the United States. So yeah, there's a little difference between you and those other candidates, Barack.
Just, I could be president of the United States. Can you find it in yourself to be a little excited for me?
Excuse me if I can't share in the excitement of my husband potentially being shot.
Okay. First off, who wrote this damn scene? Okay. Viola Davis, I don't know who wrote your scene, but you as an actress, you should have told whoever wrote that stupid part, what about the other presidents who were white that were actually shot and killed in office? Do I have to name them? Abraham Lincoln, Garfield? Who was the other president? Oh, Kennedy. Ronald Reagan didn't get killed, but he was certainly shot at. Viola Davis, do you realize that Barack Obama being black is probably more of the reason why he became president? Good looking, tall black guy who could speak super well, Harvard educated. Do you think maybe that's the reason why? Michelle Obama. I'm not Michelle Obama. Viola Davis. When you were playing this scene as this downtrodden black woman, did you research the actual Michelle Obama? The actual Michelle Obama wasn't downtrodden. The actual Michelle Obama, at that time of you playing the scene, was a hospital administrator making $300,000 a year. Oh, by the way, Barack Obama was a senator. Illinois senator. Did you forget that, Viola Davis, when you played this part? You guys weren't downtrodden black people. You guys were affluent black people, a part of the 1% before he became president. Oh yeah, Michelle. I mean, not Michelle. I keep calling her Michelle. Viola Davis. While you're trying to make it seem like Michelle Obama and Barack were just downtrodden Negroes, Michelle, didn't you have a Harvard education at the time, a JD from Harvard, a Juris Doctorate degree? Didn't you also get a bachelor's degree from Princeton? Viola Davis, hold on for a second. I got to go in on Viola. Viola, whatever her name is. I'm sorry. Here for the T said, terrible acting, horrible acting, if you ask me. So, Viola Davis, didn't you do any type of research as to if they shot 4 or 5 white presidents? Maybe it's not about color. Maybe it's about, hey, certain people don't believe in certain politics. And I was unaware that Barack Obama didn't have Secret Service protection during his presidency. I'm pretty sure he did have Secret Service protection. I'm almost willing to bet he did if he was running for president and if he was a senator of a state. Of course he had protection. I don't know why they put that in the movie, but Viola, don't you have some sort of integrity? To the liberal who wrote that, I'm pretty sure it was a liberal who wrote this stupid scene. Viola, when you were acting out the scene, didn't you look at the surroundings of how that big ass kitchen you were in? You guys aren't downtrodden blacks. Man, she can't act. I'm sorry, she can't act. Let me play this one more time. Hold on for a second. This is terrible acting.
Really? John Edwards have Secret Service? What about John McCain, Mitt Romney?
Probably not.
Yeah. You know why? You're a coon. You're a nigger.
Now, let me ask you a question, guys. Premium Fuel only said, is this bad TV? Oh. Now, let me ask you a question, guys. I've been around a lot of black people. I'm black. I don't necessarily recall highly intelligent black women speaking like this. I just don't. Let alone a Harvard educated black woman saying to another black man who's also Harvard educated, "You are cool. You're black. You're a nigga." No, Viola. Michelle Obama ain't not near ever. I gotta use Ebonics. Ain't not near ever said that to Barack Obama. Stop it.
Running for president of the United States?
This is really bad acting.
You're a nigga.
This is really. Why does she look like this? Hold on for a second. Quaylo with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Also, Joe Biden's with the $5 super chat says, CT, who knows? Maybe Dolores Jordan was a downtrodden Negro, and MJ wanted his mom portrayed exactly how she was, down to the peach cobbler and pig feet. Oh no, I don't believe that at all. I believe that white people, white liberals, who love seeing the archetype. I can't even say the word right. They love seeing this caricature of the black as this slave figure. They love it. Oh, they love it. You should really see this trailer with his mom, Michael Jordan's mom, played by this crazy woman. They love that kind of. I don't know why they love those types of black people acting like that. It's weird, man. I'm telling you, man. It'll be 1,000 years in the future, and they will cast a scene. Yeah, play this downtrodden black woman in this scene. Yeah, baby. I know you're gonna go to the multiverse, but just remember where you came from, baby. What? Don't know black people talk like this, man. Let me see here. Casey with the $5 super chat says they weren't worried he was groomed by the CIA for that run since Michelle was still Michael. Stop it with your conspiracy theories. Nobody believes that. Let me see who else is in the building. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Roaring Moon, positivity is coming your way. B&M says, who produced this, CT? I don't know who produced it. Crazy Chick Sheena, what's up again? Positivity is definitely coming your way. Here for the tea. How you doing? Daniel says, I wonder if Reagan ever watched a Jodie Foster movie. Sad says, I hear Obama married a man. Is that true, CT? No, that is not true. Come on, guys. Enough's enough. Esh says her acting is terrible. I gotta put a blay on that word to be fancy. Distant Light, salute to you. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Says John Small says this looks like an SNL skit. It definitely does. It definitely reminds you of that. Oh, without a doubt. What's up, Artie? Artie's in the building. Says Roots 2900. Who else is in the building? Guys, get the likes up. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Don Terrier says 2,700 or 2,700 a year. 2,700 year mammy. Yes. BM says Viola and Tyler got the black face down packed. They do. Let me see. BM says you a little bit right, CT. Her character is pretty much the same in all movies. Yeah. It's like Terrence Howard. He plays the same character in every movie. You know, man, the character, you know, man, hey, man, hey, man, what's going on, man? Terrence Howard literally plays the same character in every movie, man. Terrence Howard could play an alien in the future, 5,000 years in the future, and Terrence Howard will still play, he will still say, what's going on with you, man? He'll be an alien. Just imagine like an alien, right? Hold on. Just imagine like an alien. Imagine like prosthetics on his face. He's playing like an alien character. It's the year 3150. Terrence Howard would still say, "Come on, man, what's going on with you, man? I see you just got off that spaceship, man." Like Terrence Howard, yes, he can't act either. He's a great. I mean, like he's talented, but he's not really the best of all actors. Black Thought says CT is spot on. What's up, Black Thoughts? Positivity is definitely coming your way. Adam Price says Jordan's parents moved from New Jersey to North Carolina when Jordan was 8 or 9. I didn't know that. Ivy Dream says CT, she was hired to act that way. Tell her to act. She was. Let's see here. Jay Rillo says, bro, her face is looking effed up. Jay Rillo, you are the member of the day, my good sir. Salute to you. Positivity is coming your way, sir. Look at her again. She can't act. Oh my God. Why does she make this face? What in the Listen, when we were kids in school, right? When we were told to be quiet, this is the kind of face that we made when we were trying to get like our classmates to laugh, to get them in trouble. Like this was the face. This was the face. I have never seen Michelle Obama look like that in real life. What's up, Bob? Positivity is coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours. Joe Biden's with the $5 super chat says, you are right, CT. Black actresses often channel their inner Maya Angelou. Lily Whippo and Negro. What? Negro Blackers eat this type of stuff up. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. This is absolutely funny, man. This is insanely funny right here. Give me a second here. She can't act. And you know the tragedy. What's up, Seven Still? Salute to you, man. Positivity is definitely coming your way. You know what's so crazy about, and I gotta go in on Viola Davis, man. You know, she, like I said, she plays like a slave woman in every movie. And I really believe what it really is the fact that she went to Juilliard. You know, oh, Viola Davis went to Juilliard. Her acting is incredible. And I feel like a lot of times when you go to these elite schools, you could pretty much walk down the street, pull your pants down and defecate on the sidewalk, and people will say that's art. Oh, yes, that's so artistic. You know, he went to Harvard, right? And that's what I feel like a lot. You know, and listen, you know, I rarely ever give smoke to the Ivies. Rarely give smoke to Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Cornell, etc. But I feel like a lot of it is these people can pretty much do anything. You know, and people will say, well, you know, they went to Harvard, right? So yeah. If Viola Davis went to Minnesota State University, and not to knock Minnesota State, I don't even know if they have, I don't even know if Minnesota, there's a state college. It probably is. If she went to Minnesota State University and acted like this, man, they would show her the door immediately. But because she went to Harvard, because Viola Davis went to Juilliard, people aren't going to clown her for this. Sass says, what's up, CT? That's why the show got canceled after one season. Ooh, I didn't know that. Let me see here. Let me see real quick. Thank you guys for all the super chats and cash apps, but I really appreciate that. Positivity is definitely coming you guys' way, guys. The question is Viola Davis a good actress? 62% of you said yes. 38% of you said no. What's up, Alexis? Positivity is coming your way. Hope all is well with you and yours. Here for the T says her acting is over dramatic. It's horrifying.
Running for president of the United States? So yeah, there's a little difference between you and those other candidates, Barack.
I could be president of the United States. Can you find it in yourself to be a little excited for me?
Excuse me if I can't share in the excitement of my husband potentially being shot.
What a selfish woman. What a selfish woman she is to even act that scene out. Personally, granted, I'm not an actor, a highly weird actor, but I would ask the director. I'm like, listen, can we change this? Because I think that this is absolutely offensive to the people who have actually died in office. Oh, excuse me, guys. I got to fix this. Give me a second here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You guys, hold on. I got to fix my damn light. There we go. Salute to you guys again. Happy Friday. My boy Logic just came up on the panel, coming up all the way from Germany. I had to put a little twist on that. Let me see. Did people watch this? I highly doubt it. Oh, she went to Juilliard. Oh, she went to Harvard. Oh, she went to Princeton. Oh, did you see the way she pulled down her pants and defecated on the street? Wow, that is so much art. And you know why? Because she went to Juilliard. I'm telling you, man. I've heard this all my life, man. Let somebody go to one of those Ivy League schools. They can get away with murder, if you ask me. Joe Biden says, CT, how much to ban you for your MJ slander? $500, sir. I'll end this live stream right now. Salute to you, Joe Biden's positivity is definitely coming your way. John Small said, Big Mike. What's up? Some dude says, was she playing Big Mike? That was spot on. Come on, guys. Come on. Let me see. Crazy Chick Sheena says, yes, there is a state university in Minnesota. White people. Oh, okay. Harvard isn't garbage now. Stop. Daniel Price says, if someone calls themselves an artist and walks in turd, does that make them a Picasso? A Picasso? Come on, that was too cheesy. Let me see here. Roaring Man says, I feel like they're gonna teach in the future that black people were slaves in 2023. The way how they victimize us. Yes. Oh, I could definitely see that. 110%. Roaring Moon. I can see that. And I can see millennials, certainly Gen Xers, when they get old, when we get old as millennials, we could be 80 years old. Yeah, man. They used to beat us. The cops used to just pull us over randomly and take us out of our cars and kill us, and which I will come in as the Negro Whisperer at 89, 90 years old and say, that's not true. That's not true. But salute to you all once again. Let me see. Hold on for 1 second. Wait a minute. What's up, Outcast? Positivity is coming your way. Outcast says Jim Crow 2.0. Oh, yeah. They're gonna say that they're gonna equate George Floyd 70 years from now to like Emmett Till or something. I already see it. I see it. And there are going to be people like myself that are going to remind people, hey, the man was a crackhead. Hey, man, the man was a dope fiend. He was slobbering at the mouth. He was resisting arrest. They're going to cancel me. They're going to say, oh, he's an old fool. He's an Uncle Tom. That's what they're going to say about black people like me in the future when I whistle blow on what, or the martyr that they're going to make George Floyd to be in the future. Adam Price says in the Jordan movie, she's going to say, baby, the NBA ain't going to accept no black man. Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to watch, man. Hold on, man. I don't know if I should show that clip, man, because I don't know, it might be a copyright issue, but I'm telling you, in the movie, they had her saying some downtrodden shit, man. Absolutely. Let me see. Ivy Dream says CT actors act the way that they tell them to act. Exactly. That is definitely true. What's up, Amber? Salute to you, Amber. Positivity is definitely coming your way. Amber is a photographer. Amber, call in and promote your photography business, if you will. I'll drop the link again for you. Let's see here. Sean John says, you are and will always be the Negro Whisperer. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, let me get into Donald Trump, man. Crazy Chick Sheena says, always putting her people down, but you about CT telling facts about blacks. Yeah. Well, baby, it could be the year 3,400. And Viola Davis could play a part in the movie, and I'm telling you, that character will be some downtrodden black. It'll be the future, paradise. You know, you could teleport to different star systems. She'll say, yeah, baby, you know, it's hard going into the multiverse, the quantum world, baby. Yeah. Like, why are you talking like that? Never heard a black woman talk like that ever in my life. I think that's disparaging on black women. What's up, Amber? How you doing? Why does Viola Davis act like that? I mean, I don't know if you can really speak on it because I know you were in the entertainment industry, but why does she act like a downtrodden black woman in every movie? Well, baby, go ahead. Did you see that trailer to the Michael Jordan movie? It's the year 1984. This chick is acting like
chaotic.
Go ahead.
Where am I at? Chaotic. Southside Chicago.
Yeah.
Come on, you know we saw the trailer. I'm definitely going to be interested. I'm actually going to be seeing the premiere of it, a private screening this weekend before it comes out. So I'm just trying to, hold judgment till I see it. As of now, people don't know I am the interim executive editor of the Chicago Defender, which is one of the longest running Black publications in the nation. So I'm trying to be politically correct right now. Chaotic.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it, and I know you can't really speak on it, but I'm like, it's the year 1984. I don't think his mom was acting like a downtrodden mammy.
But we could talk about that. We could talk about the portrayal of how they want us to look in mass media and big production movies. We can definitely talk about that. And I see where you're going with this. You know, The Color Purple. All my life I had to fight. You know, the struggling single Black mother, rags to riches. And I get it. That's a lot of people's story within the Black community, tribe, whatever you want to call it, but that's not everybody's story. And I see what you're saying. It's getting old.
It's getting very old. You know, like I said, I could understand if Viola Davis was playing a woman who lived in 1910. I could see that. But my God, it's the year 2050, man. I mean, I saw another movie with her, man. She was this downtrodden Black woman, man. I keep on saying it. She could be in Star Wars, and she would play an alien character. She would say, "Yeah, baby, you know this. You know we had to overcome the Empire, baby." I'm like, "What are you talking about, lady?" Her son could be going to become a stormtrooper. She'd say that. Anyway, so you saw the trailer. I think it's gonna be a good movie. Oh, I like that movie, and that movie has an all-star cast.
Mm-hmm.
Air. Oh yeah. Which one do you think would be better, the Air movie or LeBron James movie coming out?
I definitely think it's going to be the Air movie because, I mean, for the simple fact is we're still killing each other, unfortunately, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on these shoes. So it's going to be amazing and insightful to see how just the origin of it and how it literally has us I want to see the secret sauce that has us so programmed that these shoes has our community and a lot of the culture in a chokehold. So I think the Air movie is definitely going to be very insightful.
Yeah. Do you think Michael Jordan had a hand in some sort of writing or not writing, but consulting? I mean, obviously not writing. He doesn't. Oh, okay, you think he did? Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was a producer. You know, in some sorts. He definitely has like a silent producer, if that's even a thing. But he has his hand in it. But he's going to make sure it's way in the background where you really don't see him.
Okay. Would you ever watch a movie about how Shaquille O'Neal got his Shaq's shoes into Payless?
I would love to. I really would love to see a Shaq movie because if you look at his marketing and branding, he's with the General commercials. So he had the shoes in Payless. He has the shoes in Walmart. He's actually branding in a smart way where you don't always have to be in top-notch stores. You literally can be in different markets and be still a trillionaire. And we don't look at stories like that.
Yeah. I think he had a movie back in the day. It was about his life. It was called Blue Chips with Nick Nolte. But you're talking about a more modern, up-to-date movie that definitely will showcase what he's done, post his NBA career, which is phenomenal in the business world. What say you about Donald Trump being indicted? Isn't that a travesty of justice, or what do you think about that? Are you a liberal, by the way, Amber? Because people are suspecting you are kind of like a liberal. You live in a very liberal city, and you are from the south side of Chicago. So have you ever shot someone as well? It's just, listen. Hey, look, if I went to Afghanistan, I would ask the people, have you ever beheaded someone? I mean, come on now, let's go ahead.
Okay, chaotic. Okay, listen. I understand for people who are not from Chicago, what the mass media portrays of Chicago. Literally, Spike Lee monetized off the whole thing of Chirac. But if you look at the latest article, Chicago is actually labeled one of the best cities in the country. Like statistically, I am on the south side, like where I'm living in Brownsville. It's almost like Harlem in New York, being gentrified. I'm off the lakefront, the best pool city, the best architecture. Like I understand what the statistics say and what the media is saying, but it's not that here in Chicago. I can't find a better city. And I've traveled all over as an Air Force brat. So I just have to say, like, I get what y'all seeing and I understand, but if you look at the statistics, actually it's more, the violence and the killing is actually more in the South than here in Chicago.
You mean like actual southern states?
Yes, southern cities,
Okay, yeah,
southern states. So I just have to point that out. Regarding Trump, I'm not a liberal, but I have to say, as an entrepreneur, I made more money as a businesswoman during the Trump administration than any other administration. I just have to say it. I have to say, and this is when I really wasn't operating in my full potential, meaning starting as a solo entrepreneur, not really understanding getting an LLC, getting a DUNS number, getting an accountant. Like, even prior to really getting my shit together, I make tons of money. So, and this is me prior to even being knee deep into my community, understanding, you know, on a federal level, local level, being involved with the aldermen and stuff like that. I made the most money during Trump administration, like hand over fist. I just have to be honest.
If you were Xi Jinping, you know who that is, correct? If you were Xi Jinping, what would you think about the possibility of Donald Trump being in handcuffs during his booking process? What would you think about?
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. We looking like a shit show over here. It's bad. Listen, this is what I think about Trump. And listen, I've been canceled many times by popular culture when I said that Trump lifted the veil on what was really going on in the White House in prior administrations.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, he literally did not. Is he a bigot? Absolutely. Did I believe he was a racist? No. That's just my opinion. He cared about the color.
You said you believe he's a bigot but not a racist. Okay.
Yes. Okay. He cared about he cared about the color green as a businessman. He wasn't a politician, he was a businessman. And anybody who stood in his way, he fired no matter what their race were. Point blank. And the fact is that us women got duped by the feminist movement, where they kowtow Black women to join the feminist movement, then turn around and voted Trump in. Says a lot about hypocrisy, how we move in this country. We don't want to talk about that as well.
Go ahead.
Notice how she did not answer my question about shooting someone. Really?
No, I understand. Really? You answered everything else. It's like you forgot, or
you're so petty.
I mean, I noticed. Okay. So that's just. I'm sorry. So that's just a stereotype. Okay, let me get that stereotype out my head. I feel like a lot of people in Chicago have shot people. Oh, okay. So you know who Chicago really is, right?
That's family.
Okay, so is that your blood family?
No, but I mean to say we close. We in Chicago. We rep the city. We hang out. We family. We might as well be relatives. Okay.
Because he says the same thing. Like he gets pissed when people talk about Chicago. He'll come up too and say the same thing that you say. He'll say, "Man, you guys have to come here. It's not like that. We're working people, etc." Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
What did you think about Joe Biden and his response to the trans shooting that occurred?
What can I ask you? I see the title. Why are you calling it a trans shooting? I really, because I do listen to Candace Owens and I listen to you, and I have debates under my social media about the shooting.
You here. Give me a second.
Why do you call it a trans shooting?
I'm gonna call it a trans shooting because it was because the shooting was motivated by a manifesto. Right? So there's a motivation there. He targeted a place where a religious institution that actually finds her sexual identity an abomination. What this, in my opinion, will do is it will trigger copycat offenses. Now you have this meeting that's going to go on tomorrow with all these trannies. I think it's in Atlanta. Somebody help me out here. Was it in Atlanta or will it be in Atlanta? somewhere. I think it's gonna be in Atlanta. I should have done my damn. Hold on a second. Mods, help me out here. Is it in Atlanta? Anyway, there's gonna be a meeting tomorrow, and basically, it's gonna be trans people basically meeting, and pretty much saying that we need to start taking up arms and fighting Christians. I went on Twitter, like many other people have went on Twitter, and have seen trans people openly talking about killing Christians. So what I'm saying is, this is not some crazy person who just decided, I hate the world, I'm about to go in and just kill people. This is motivated based on a transsexual movement. I'm going to implement my will on people. Now, that's what I believe. That's why I call it a transsexual shooting. Now, what do you believe about it?
So it's obviously it's a very touchy subject, and I know my stories.
Tennessee, that's where it's at. Tennessee. I'm sorry.
I know my story is going to be anecdotal, but I had a friend who transitioned into a trans woman, and because it goes back into, and I don't think this is an either or. I think this is an and both situation where it goes back to mental health, right? So I experienced with my former friend who transitioned from a male to a trans woman. I saw the mental deterioration they experienced. It being ostracized by their family, being homeless, in and out of mental facilities, taking hormones, didn't know if she was lesbian, bisexual, just like I saw the whole shebang for years, to the point where then she started attacking me and literally tried to cancel my business or my brand because I asked her not to call me a cis woman. Even though scientifically I'm a cis woman, I'm asking her, I'm a woman, don't call me a cis woman. And she got the whole community to go to my social media to try to cancel me, And so what I'm saying all of that to say is the mental implication of the transgender community and what they experience and what they have to go through can kowtow into what we just saw, unfortunately, a couple of days ago. So I'm asking you, do you think it's an either or, it's just a trans shooting, or it goes back to just actually mental health?
Wow. Okay, Amber, I mean, you are NPR right now. Right now I'm trying to be Howard Stern, but I'll meet you at NPR.
Okay, one more story. One more story. I'm sorry. So I got hired by a not-for-profit organization called Gender Cool, which is parents of transgender teenagers, like babies. And they fly parents in to meet
babies or teens. Teens. You said
okay, like from the ages of 9 to 19.
Oh, okay. Because a teenager's not a baby, in my opinion.
So, okay, I'm a mom.
Okay, I'm not a father. I don't.
So I was hired to shoot the event because my stepsister is a trans. Okay. Anyway, and so when I was there, they were playing ball. They get to do kids things together. And while I was out there taking pictures, a lot of adults were heckling them. And even just in mama bear mode, I felt protective over them because they're children. I didn't see trans children, teenagers transitioning, non-binary. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like some of them were cutters, some of them self-inflicting pain. Like, that's what I'm saying. So you see, like, there's mental, not just a trans thing.
Okay. Amber, I'm not going to ask you how old you are. But
I made 40. I made 40 last month.
Okay. So me and you we're the same age. I'm 38. You're 2 years older than me. I'm class of 03 in high school. What has happened, in my opinion, I don't have any facts. I don't have any evidence. I'm just a guy on YouTube talking. It's Friday. Just talking with intelligent people like yourself and Eric. And Eric, thank you so much for not unmuting. What has happened is that the weirdos, in my opinion, have gained power. The goths. Please forgive me, guys, if you are a goth in the audience. The goths. The kids who had purple hair. These kids have gained power. They gained power politically. They've used black people to opened the gate on this, because I remember a time, Amber, and you know what I'm talking about, Amber, especially growing up in the Midwest. Let's be honest. Black people were some of the biggest homophobes on the planet, and Black women were the biggest of them. I remember when I was a kid, if you accidentally switched, and we know what switched is, Black women would yell out their house, "What you switching for?" Tell me I'm lying, Amber. Tell me I'm lying. So how overnight did Black people become these big trans rights activists? These people are nut jobs. So, in my opinion, and I hate to be harsh, so what if they're cutting themselves? And what I mean is that there is a mental. This is a person who, I don't know what it is that they can't matriculate into this society for some reason. And they're trying to force their will on others. They're using this mental health thing. Then they'll cut themselves because they don't understand why. And I don't know why they cut themselves, but I can only assume, well, if nobody's listening to me, I'm going to inflict self-harm, I guess. But the fact of the matter is that no 9-year-old in their right mind should be in these programs and should be talked to about transsexuality. It's not normal. And that's what I would say to somebody. I would say, listen, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle. But my father and mom told me there's no such thing as that. You have an imagination. You're a little kid. And they set me straight. Like most parents set their kids straight when they're pretending to be Superman. You know, after a while, I really believe trans people are people who never stopped cosplaying as a kid. Halloween never ended for them. That's just my opinion. But Amber, what say you? So, and I hate to go on a rant like that, but go ahead. What say you?
I appreciate it. Go ahead, Eric. But I'm glad we're having this conversation because I have a 14-year-old son who comes home and tell me stories about one minute his female friend is bisexual in the 6th grade. And so I have to sit down and have these conversations with him. And this is the reality that we're living in right now. And God forbid if I say something, even if somebody probably clicks on this YouTube, they can be like, Amber is what I was accused of being violent. I literally was accused of being violent towards trans women because I didn't allow them to call me cis woman.
But I would argue with somebody like that and say, you can only be a trans woman here. You can't go to China and be a trans woman.
They don't care.
You can't go to Russia and be a trans woman.
You're trying to prove hypocrisy to them. You think that if you prove that they're wrong, that they're going to stop what they're doing. You don't understand they're balancing victimhood and violence. So, for example, if they go out tomorrow and start something and then people fight back, they'll be able to play the victim because this is the slippery slope. This is, we want all people to live together and nobody can say anything about anybody else. We have to get rid of that idea. That's what I'm saying. This has been a long-term thing. This started with the acceptance of LGBT. Cannot, this is what it spirals off to. That's why you can't get a little bit of cancer. You can't get a little bit pregnant. You either accept something or you don't. And what is happening now is people are now having to deal with the things that they accepted. You open Pandora's box. And everybody is trying to be friendly to one another. And I'm telling you that making people get along with each other causes more bloodshed and more violence and takes more force than having people separate. For example, like let me ask Amber a question real quick.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you had a house, right? In your house, you have a pit bull.
Mm-hmm.
And the pit bull has been with you since you got the house. Now, you find a squirrel on the side of the road and you bring the squirrel home with the pit bull in the house. And you tell the pit bull, you have to get along with the squirrel. And you force them together and you force them to be together. You put them in the same cage with each other and tell them they have to get along. And then what you do is this. you take the pit bull's teeth out because he's been historically stronger. And then the squirrel starts biting him. And then the minute the pit bull turns around and tears the squirrel apart, you're going to say it's the pit. That's an analogy of what we're doing right now.
That was a really good analogy.
This inclusivity stuff, this everybody has to get along stuff, you have to bind somebody. You have to pick a side. The idea that we can all come together and all these different cultures and all these different groups of people can live together. No, because what is happening is this. This movement is thriving because we've restrained other people. If we did not restrain other people, there's no way this would be happening. If you can't even, this doesn't happen unless you eliminate people's ability to shame things, to make fun of things. And now what are people? The thing is, we wanted to live in a shameless world. That's what we said. We wanted to live in a world that is safe for everybody. Now we've given the people who were the most shamed and the most unsafe, we're giving them power, and they're making other people unsafe. That's what they're doing. So you have to pick a side. Like you have to pick a side. That's just what this is. Like we cannot trying to make people coexist. Forcing people to coexist is not freedom. It's not.
Nope.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Amber, like, and like I said, I know you have to be very careful what you say because of your position, but in my opinion, trans women or men are just individuals who are just fighting for their right to have gay sex and promoted in the schools. That's, to me, it's like there's nothing more to it. There's nothing cerebral about that. They're not fighting for their right, because they've always, I mean, who's ever said, oh, a trans person can't be an engineer? I never heard that. They already have rights. Who said they can't be a doctor? It's just that these people are really fighting for their right to enforce their will upon you, to enforce their will upon you as a parent. We have a right to have this in the schools. We have a right. You get what I'm saying? Or
yeah, no, and I've heard and I've read that literally the LGBTQ was really just for white gay men just to have freedom. It was mostly for white gay men.
Please don't make this a racism thing. Like, because
I'm just saying.
Hold on a second. Do you know who Marsha Blackburn is?
No.
The Stonewall movement. That person was black. Like, do not make this a black thing, because black people have been just involved in this movement from the very beginning.
I was just saying what I have been. I'm just saying what I.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I was just saying what. Yeah, so I was telling you about my ex-friend who was a trans woman. She explained to me, this is from her perspective, that it started from that, for the freedom of white gay men to be open. And she's saying that she experienced the divisiveness and racism within the LGBTQ community. It's not even for black people. That's what I was about to say from her perspective.
Okay, Amber, Amber, hold on a second. Amber, what I'm trying to do right here is make you think, right? Okay. Tap into this. It starts with people asking for freedom, right? Mm-hmm. That never ends. Like, I'm telling you, let me ask you a question. When all of the people that you think are in a position because they're unfair, most of them took it. They didn't plead for it. Most of them did not plead for their position. They took it. Now we're trying to create a society where people can plead for things. And what I'm telling you, when people come to you and they say, I want equality and I want fairness, what they're really telling you is they want what you have. If they want what you have, they're just not saying it. They're rewording it. This is equality or some type of phobia or some type of ism. Because I'm telling you this right now. Once you open up that door, it will never stop. It will never stop. Go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, big time. I'm gonna read everybody's super chats. I'm behind, and guys, I do not like being behind on super chats in the chat. Sorry about that. Big time with the $20 super chat says, "What does Amber think of men in women's prisons? Your acceptance is destroying your place in Western society." You want to answer this question, Amber?
Yeah, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I'm being very honest. I don't accept it. Me and my son's father, we have conversations with our son all the time. But I can't deny what reality we're living in right now. I just can't deny it. And so I'm in a space of just really being educated. Like, I really appreciate how even Eric is breaking it down with analogies, just really breaking down what Pandora box we open. To the fact is, like I said, a lot of my clients are part of this community. And so I even have open dialogues, and I let them know why I don't accept it. I don't walk around with a muzzle, but I'm not also walking around with aggression either. So I don't accept it. I don't accept it, but I have more questions than just statements, if that makes sense.
Jay Rillo, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Amber. Jay Rillo with the $2 super chat. Going back to the previous topic, says Captain Cisco, Deep Space Nine, was guilty of being downtrodden. Keep it real. Some scenes, yes, I'll agree with that. Joe Biden says, Amber, where can I reach you for information about LLCs, investments, starting a business, and or taxes? Okay, Joe Biden's. Go ahead, Amber.
My name, ambermariegreen.com. Shoot me an email, and whatever I can do to help or support, let me know. It's my name, ambermariegreen.com. Thank you.
Big Time also again with the $5 super chat says, maybe leave innocent children alone if you hate yourself. Joe Biden's again with the $2 super chat says, this was damn transformation crime, period. And Francisco with the $5 super chat says, you are probably thinking of the Trans Day vengeance in DC. It was supposed to be tomorrow, but it was canceled. Big Time says your friend was a possible MK Ultra. And let me see. Joe Biden's with the $2 super chat says, Eric, is that a dashiki or a knockoff Coogee sweater?
It's 100% authentic, sir. I don't wear things from Africa. If you sold me like that again, I'll have to challenge you to a duel.
Let me see. Cal, what say you, sir?
Well, you're talking about affecting the children just then. I want to say, the First Minister of Scotland just got elected. It's a Muslim man. Guess what his first course of action is in Scotland? Legalize full-term abortion. Abort up until 9 months. His first act, a Muslim man, First Minister of Scotland.
This can't be true.
The slippery slope, bro. When people come in and they tell you they want...
Hamza Yusuf, the most Scottish name you'll ever hear.
When they tell you they want equality, when they come at you with isms and phobias and all of this stuff, it's to get the dominant power to put their goal, because you can't build power acting like this. You can't build power by being weak, right? And so it's the duality, man. They play the victim, and in the minute your back is turned, boom, they stick the knife in, man.
Well, what the technical term is he is committed to legalizing abortion up to birth. That was the first thing he did when he got elected as First Minister of Scotland. Not let's help the Scottish people. Not let's fight for independence, laddie. Let's leave the UK. It's let's abort babies at 8 months and 30 days or whatever. And it's genocide. They want to kill off the offspring so then they can control the masses. That's all it is. And regarding Trump, I wrote down these things. I want to make this quick because I was cooking food, but I want to say this. Yeah. Bill Clinton groomed a young lady to suck his you-know-what in the Oval Office.
Yeah,
and was
Oval Office, disgusting.
No charges. George Bush, illegal war in Iraq, lied about weapons of mass destruction. No charges. Obama killed more innocent Africans and Middle Easterns than any other president. No charges. Joe Biden is a you-know-what beginning with a P, whose son laundered bribes and money to him through foreign firms. No charges. Trump paid a porn star, indicted,
right?
That's
something's not right.
Big Time with the $5 super chat says correct. They want their boot on your neck. Let me read this.
I'll be listening. Let me join back my meeting, all right? I'll be listening. I just want to say that.
Alvin Bragg wanted a Friday Trump arrest. Trump's team said no. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office asked for Donald Trump to surrender on Friday following a grand jury's vote to indict the former president. But lawyers for Trump rebuffed the request, saying that the Secret Service, which provides security detail for the former president, needed more time to prepare. The exchange, which was relayed to Politico by a law enforcement source and confirmed by Joe Tacopina, a lawyer for the former president, underscores the extremely delicate, unprecedented nature of the indictment. Until Thursday, no ex-president in history had been criminally charged, and both the charges itself and the application of them have placed the country on uncharted legal and political terrain. A spokesperson for the DA's office didn't immediately respond to a request to comment. Trump is expected to surrender to the Manhattan DA's office, but his lawyer said that no precise date has been set. Ultimately, the Secret Service will have to coordinate the conditions of the surrender with court officials in the NYPD. Though it is not believed that Trump will resist arrest, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a likely 2024 primary opponent of Trump, said on Twitter Thursday that his state would not assist in an extradition request given the questionable circumstances at issue with Alvin Bragg. DeSantis' tweet came hours after the Manhattan grand jury voted to indict Trump in a case related to his hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels. Daniels has alleged that the two had an affair with Trump sought to keep private during the 2016 campaign. Go ahead, Savage.
Well,
go ahead.
When my transmission leaks, I get it fixed. But Trump, I don't think anything is going to happen.
No,
I don't think anything's going to happen. And also, this alleged affair happened in 2006, so he's not getting arrested for the actual affair. It would be for campaign finance charges because they're saying that he uses his campaign finances to pay it off. But
yeah,
the problem is last year the DA turned down this indictment because it wasn't a strong case, for one, and for two, unfortunately, I think this is just a political stunt. I don't really think that it's going to end up leading to anything. Unfortunately, we lived through the Russia hoax. We lived through the phone call to Ukraine. We lived through the taxes. We lived through, him making fun of disabled people. Like, everything they said he's done has come out that he didn't do that. So I don't think there's going to be much that happens here.
Joe Biden's with the $5 super chat says, Eric, I need your thoughts. Oh, Eric is gone. But on what Ukraine has over the Bidens, I have my assumptions. I believe all the billions sent to Ukraine is hush money too. I totally agree with that. Let me see. Savage, have you ever heard the term you can indict a ham sandwich?
Yes.
Okay. Well, since you know, do you want to explain to the audience that and relate it to Trump?
So what people need to realize when it comes to grand juries is that the prosecutor gets to choose what evidence that they put to the grand jury, and that they don't have to give exculpatory evidence or anything that would make it seem as though the person didn't commit the crime. So the standard for the standard for the process is very low. The grand jury literally just gets evidence of a case, and then they give a yes or no to it. Like, they're supposed to see like all the evidence, but they don't really show all the evidence. Most times with grand juries, they're seeing like 50 to 60 cases in an 8-hour period. So any person that's been a part of a grand jury or had a grand jury put on them, the bar is very low. It's very low.
Yeah. There was for people who, and thank you for explaining that, but the history of that is there was a New York judge that explained that a prosecutor, and pretty much in layman's terms, and Savage already explained it, can pretty much at this point indict a ham sandwich. And that's essentially what has happened with Trump. Smitty, what's going on, man? Smitty, Viola Davis, is she a good actress?
I don't know who that is, CT. I don't really want nothing, sir. I just got tired of seeing you being the only darkie up on the panel. I just kind of popped up just to even out things, you know.
Sounds good. But Viola Davis is the woman from Woman King.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah. So
her? Oh, yeah. She played on Power, right? She was also on Power.
I have no idea if she was in the Power. I never really watched Power.
I think, yeah. So the lead woman on not Lion King, Woman King, right?
Yeah.
What do I think about her?
Yeah, I was talking about so there's a movie called Air.
Right.
It is Michael Jordan movie. She plays Michael Jordan's mother, Dolores Jordan. And the acting was so terrible in the trailer, it makes you not even want to watch the movie, even though the movie has an all-star cast. She was acting like a damn slave. And I noticed that a lot of her movies, she acts like a downtrodden black woman. And I made a point to say that it could be Star Wars. She could play a damn alien and she would still act like a downtrodden black woman. She'll play an alien and it'd be a downtrodden alien. Go ahead, sir.
All right, so on that one, CT, the only thing I'm gonna say, because you know me, I like to be fair across the board. Sir,
Yes,
the
sir.
fact is, I haven't seen anybody be exploited more than Cicely Tyson with Tyler Perry. She plays the same daggone thing all the time too. So only thing I'm saying is that there
You know she
are
passed
some
away.
actors that really are just typecast, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've never seen Tracy Morgan anything outside of Hustle Man. I don't care if his hair is cut, what position he played. I still see and hear Hustle Man. You know, so if that's how she get it, that's how she get it. But I would say the only thing I would look at is she purposely being exploited to maybe keep pushing a certain stereotypical narrative? Do you see what I'm saying? Now that's a whole nother ball game, but I wouldn't be mad at her for getting it how she lived. I mean, in my opinion, Samuel L. Jackson has never played a scene where he's not angry. That nigga's always mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's all. That's all. But I mean, I guess that's what I got on that. I don't really know her, you know what I mean? So I try to just not talk, just run my mouth about something I don't know too much about. But I did see that video that you showed with the, what was that, Barack? Oh man, that was cringe. That Michelle Obama, that was cringe. I saw that part when you pulled it up. Yeah, that was that. If that's what she usually does, that would make me not want to see the movie itself. See, stuff
because,
like that makes me be like, you know, if I'm watching it, honestly, my girl forced me. Yeah, it's one of those. Nah, babe, I want to watch this.
Yeah.
I digress. My mic is muted.
What do you say about Trump, though?
What about Trump? In what regard?
Any regard. He just got indicted.
Yeah. All right. So the same thing that I've said before, as far as what I do notice, and from the little bit of information that I see, is on the blue side, they really don't have no contender. I mean, who they going to put back up there, man? Elizabeth Warren? Who? What's her name? The vice president. See, god damn, I forget her name. Who's the vice president?
Kamala Harris.
Yeah, her. My point is that who do they have, knowing how much Biden has fumbled the ball? See, the thing is, Biden has messed it up so bad for anybody coming behind them, and they know they don't have no who they got. Bernie, who they got? That Asian dude talking about giving out money. Who do they have? So I think that at this point, really what I see is just, dirty play, man. The Dems, they are simply they are scrambling right now. They are so nervous. They are trying to think of any damn thing. Did he cheat on a test in the 5th grade? Bring it up. Who's the teacher? They still alive? They did? Well, talk to their grandkids. Maybe she told them the story. Like, they are just scrambling right now to just try to figure out a way to stop him from running, because they know if he runs again, they know they can't stop him from getting back in there. They know they can't.
What do you and Savage think about other world leaders knowing that a former U.S. president has now been indicted? What do you guys think, Savage and Smitty?
Go ahead, Sav.
Well, two things. First thing is, it already makes America look weak. It makes America look weak that they keep going after Donald Trump over and over and over and over and over again. And two, it just goes to show that things are going to get real rough, because even if he isn't convicted, even if it doesn't actually produce any sort of fruit that is substantial, now you could see, maybe the next president or the president after that decides, hey, Bush Jr. is still alive. He lied about weapons of mass destruction. Why don't we go back and get him for war crimes? Hey, Bill Clinton, he's still alive. Why don't we take him back and bring him up on charges for Monica Lewinsky? So, like, this play is really, it's really not going to play well for the Democrats, depending on who comes forward in the next presidency.
Yeah, I kind of look at that too, because, like, on the last one, right? Like, my very, very first YouTube video I did on my page was exactly about that. I was so frustrated because I was getting so much crap from friends and family, because, like, it's crazy, right? So like I said, most of my family blue. When I said I ain't want to vote, it's not because I don't vote. I have voted. I voted. right? I do vote. But the thing is, on this one in particular, I ain't like neither one of them. And I feel like my vote, if you tell me my vote is so important and my vote is so valuable, then I'm going to respect that value. And I'm not just putting my stamp and my name behind anybody. And I'm going to be honest with you. Trump, not so much after looking at what I've seen, but I'm glad I didn't vote for Biden, bro. I'm glad I have nothing to do with that effery that man has caused and created, bro. I did not put my stamp behind him, dog. And I knew it. I was getting so much crap. So my whole thing is like, I don't know. I just feel like we can have much better candidates. Like, aren't we like one of the most intelligent, one of the most progressive, first class world countries? And I'm not gonna lie, on that day, I'm like, this is the best we can do. Nothing personal.
What did you think about?
All. So I mean, I'm just like, yeah. So I mean, so I'm landing it wheels down. So all I'm saying is that, when it comes to the selection, I'm not gonna lie, man. If you go back just a few presidencies back, the candidates were at least better. I've never seen so many groups of clowns in my life. And it just dwindles down, and it's like, damn, this our selection. So it's like, I guess we settling. I digress. My mic is muted, man.
No. What did you think about? And you too, Savage. What did you think about Biden's speech or his response to the transsexual shooting?
I think Savage is froze. Is he?
No, he's not froze, no.
Wow, that was amazing. You should do that street stuff when they paint themselves.
Go ahead, guys. What did you think about that shooting? What Biden's response?
It was trash. It was trash. Honestly, it's just Biden's pretty much just Obama 2.0. That's pretty much all the administration is all the stuff that Obama was doing that was crappy with the country. Biden's just redoing it. Just way worse with speaking, way worse with knowing where he's at, way worse with holding his bladder, way worse of actually saying anything intelligible to where you can understand. Like when he speaks, I don't know how they have a interpreter doing sign language because like I don't know how your sign language sounds.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. I would say my whole thing is at this point, I'm a little confused now. Listen, if he's still going to be the president because of like technicalities and it's too hard to just like take him down, and I, for the life of me, do not know why he's still allowed to just get up there and talk. He should have a speaker. He should have a designated, I don't care if it's unprecedented. It's a whole lot of things that's been unprecedented. That's why it's a word. Biden should not speak publicly. He should they should have a really nice chair for him, and then they have the podium and his speaker, and maybe every once in a while they make it look fancy and they'll lean over and he like fakes like he's whispering something, but he really didn't say anything, and then they go back to the written speech. I think that they should genuinely have it set up to where that man does not talk. Just sit there and wave. Just wave. You can do that at least. Sit there and wave, okay? And have somebody talk for you. Because it's embarrassing. It is. It's embarrassing. Other countries see this. That's why they look at us so weak. That's why some countries, even though we still may have them technically when it comes to like military power and technology, they really feel like shit, this might be that crack. This might be that opening. This might be that weak spot in the Cyclops. Maybe we do just got to turn them by the ankle and get the oil out like Jason and the Argonauts. I'm sorry if I went too far back for some people.
Oh, no, you good.
Respect. I digress. My mic is muted.
Go ahead, Savage.
Well, what Americans are failing to realize when it comes to this country is under Obama, he depleted the military and weakened it. That's why Trump spent so much money rebuilding the military. The next thing is our military now has been giving all of its arms to Ukraine. So we actually don't have the actual military force that people think we have, for one. For two, another thing that we don't have is we actually don't have a whole lot of economic power, because economic power is actually derived from production and we live in a service industry. So effectively, imagine everyone worked at a McDonald's. That's effectively what America is. We don't actually make a lot of goods that we export to other places. So our economy's crumbling. And what people don't realize is a lot of this like aid that we're sending to other countries and all these welfare programs and all of these like things that we're throwing money at is just it's throwing gas on the fire, because we don't produce anything. We don't make enough stuff to be like right now. If the world collapsed and there was no currency, we don't have enough goods to trade with other countries to get the goods that we need. The only reason that we have the ability to get goods now is because they are forced to use the dollar, which is backed by our military power, which we don't have anymore. And they're no longer using the dollar to buy oil. They're using the yen for Russia and China. So as a first world country, we are crumbling. And these ideas of like giving everybody reparations or sending money like billions and trillions of dollars to Ukraine or like giving free college, all these things are just going to increase the burn faster.
Daniel says, get the F out of here, Savage. We spend more on the military budget than the next 11 countries combined, wasting obscene amounts of money to invade and occupy other countries illegally. What say you, sir?
Okay, so two things can be true. We do spend a lot of money on military, and we do spend more money than other countries. But if you take Canada, for example, Canada doesn't spend as much money on their military because we defend them. Mexico doesn't spend as much money on military because we defend them, because of the deals in the 70s with OPEC and the our standard being the oil dollar. We support and defend Saudi Arabia. So the main reason that we are in so many places spending so much money is because we are the world police. On top of that, you're not taking into account that we pay the highest percentage into the UN compared to any other country. Most countries are supposed to pay 2%. Most countries don't pay 2%, and they have not paid 2% for years. And America pays like 10 to 12% of all of the funding that goes to the UN, which also gets calculated into the military budget. So like, you're right, but that doesn't stop, and that doesn't say that our military is still powerful. Because if you're spending $1 trillion on arms and then you're sending them to Ukraine, you spend it on the military, but you don't have the military power.
Yeah. Let me see real quick. Savage, let me read you something real quick. Trans Day of Vengeance date details. As activists say, we choose to fight. The organizers of a Trans Day of Vengeance rally in Washington, D.C. at the weekend have vowed to go ahead with the event following the school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, stating, "We choose to fight for change." The Trans Radical Activist Network, TRAN, a collection of transgender activist groups, rejected any connection between their event and the mass shooting, which police have said was perpetuated by Audrey Elizabeth Hale, who is transgender. The rally on Saturday is set to begin outside the U.S. Supreme Court and will protest the various bills in numerous states limiting gender-affirming healthcare. On Monday, Nashville police said Hale, 28, had broken into the Covenant School, a private Christian institution that had previously they're using the pronoun, that they had previously attended, with 3 guns, including 2 assault weapons, and went on to fatally shoot 3 9-year-old children and 3 members of the staff. Officers attended after receiving a call at about 10:30 a.m. local time and encountered the assailant on the second floor of the school, where they fatally shot Hale. Police said that they had since recovered documentation at Hale's house that showed the attack was calculated and planned. Nashville Chief of Police John Drake told reporters that officers were investigating whether Hale's gender identity was related to the crime, but couldn't comment on the motive. What say you about this transgender day of vengeance, Savage?
I think the trans community is overestimating their position in the country. And
what do you mean by that?
Because they've gotten away with bullying people.
Yeah.
For a while now. And I think that they don't realize that eventually you're going to push too far, then people are going to stop taking it. And seeing as it's been in the news over and over again about drag shows and trans kids and all this stuff, people are waking up to it. So like at some point they're gonna push too hard, and that the backlash is gonna be not good.
What do you think the backlash would be?
Well, I'm pretty sure if you're going to use the word vengeance, I'm pretty sure that there's some sort of violent implication in that statement. So probably some bloodshed.
Gitmo Joe says, I will be burning red flags tomorrow. Is that a good idea, Savage?
It depends on which jurisdiction you live in. It's a hate crime.
Burning flags or burning the rainbow flag is a hate crime? I didn't know that. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I didn't know that at all. When the hell did that happen?
The leader of the Proud Boys burnt one in New York and got charged with hate crime.
Really? Jay Rillo says, wrong, Savage. They have reached that point. They have pushed too hard. Targeting kids for the shooting was too far.
Well, tell him that you can think it's too far, and I can think it's too far, but that might not be the last piece of straw that breaks the camel's back. It could be 10 more straws. We don't know. I'm talking objectively. I'm not talking about I'm talking about what it in general. Something's going to set that afire, but you can't say this is it. You just don't know.
Well, to be completely honest with you, man, I'm gonna give my opinion, man. I've said this and I keep on saying it, man. The problem with society is that most people today are pussies. Most people today don't keep it real. Most people today aren't honest. When I was a teacher and when I saw a boy switching, I would literally say that's what girls do. When I was a teacher, I was just hard-nosed. And again, when you have schools ran by women, full of women, they tend to undermine men. And a lot of these women in these schools are, I hate to say it, they are complicit in supporting this nonsense. And it's not just white. Oh, go ahead, Savage.
After you're done.
Yeah. And it's not just white liberal women, it's black women. When I was a teacher, there was a boy. He was effeminate. Now he was a little kid. He was about 10, maybe. And his uncle was the CEO. It was a charter school. His uncle was the CEO of the school, and his uncle was actually my fraternity brother. And one day he was acting like a little effeminate girl, and I said, "Only girls act like this. You're nagging like a female." He said, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who my uncle is?" I said, "Yeah, I know who your uncle is." You know, I wanted to call him a little MFer, but I didn't. I said, "Yeah, I know who your uncle is. And you're acting like a girl. This is how girls act." Female teacher walks over to me and said, "You don't talk to him like that." So totally undermined me in front of this little boy. the boy sees that I am getting undermined, so he doesn't have respect for men anyway. And so this is what I'm saying. So little incidents like that encourage what has, taken over right now on a grand scale. And a lot of the young lady called in today and was talking about, she has friends in the community and all of that in the LGBT community. But I keep on saying this, Black women particularly have supported this behavior. I don't know why. And all it takes is for people to just start pushing back on a daily basis. I feel uncomfortable. Like, for example, I was at a bar, and I told the story yesterday. I was at a bar called Bar Louie. Oh yeah, Savage, you know Bar Louie, the one in Legacy, many years ago. I didn't want to be sitting next to these trannies sitting next to me, so I got up and actually, hey, move me, and I made it known that I didn't want to be sitting next to them because your existence bothers me. Yes, it does bother me, and I let it be known. I didn't care. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that anymore. Oh, honey, it's fine. Let's just sit here. No, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. First of all, they smell like butt. And they do. And I'm not joking to the people in the chat. They literally smell like butt. Because what are they doing? They're having butt sex. So when they come into a place stinking, it's offensive. Smitty, I'm telling you, they were smelling like ass. And me and Blue Cousin were there at Bar Louie. They walk in. It was like 4 of these people walk in stinking. And I'm like, and they were very flamboyant. All over the place. Yeah, girl. Yeah, bitch. Grown dudes wearing dresses and makeup, 6 foot tall. I was scared. I'm not going to lie to you. And I don't want to be around them. And I made it known. And I feel like a lot of people need to do that. Instead of saying, oh, and I got to agree with Eric. We got to forcing people to be together is the problem. Oh, honey, they could just do what they want to do. No, they can't. No, I don't want to be around this. And I feel like we need the Archie Bunker types. Oh, Blue Cousins in the chat said facts. Yeah, and I don't want to be around it. I feel like Archie Bunker white people need to come back, and I feel like George Jefferson blacks need to come back. Start calling these people what they are. You're gay. You're an F. I don't want to say the F word because I want to keep this video up, but you're an F word, and I don't mean the FU word, FA. Start calling them what they are. And what I keep saying is do it when they're younger. You see a little boy switch. Smitty, you're black. I'm black. You know how it was being black. If you had a semblance,
I still do, sir.
Yeah, call them what they are. What are you, gay? What are you, a little? I'm telling you, you got to do it when they're young, man.
CT,
go ahead.
Real quick. All right, so not you dead on with it, but I want you to pay close attention because you proved your own point, which I'm going to make, right? So you're like, we need to bring that back to Archie Bunkers. I remember that show and everything, the George Jeffersons, Dad from Good Times and everything else. Absolutely. The Bernie Macs of the world. I'm with you. The thing is this. Why did those people go away? See, they're not no longer around. We are still around because I'm definitely that mouthpiece when it comes to that, right? But the thing is that not everybody has, like, I'm fortunate enough to be in a position to where I don't have to worry about my career. So my point is that there are plenty of people who still want to do that. But when we see, dang, bro, they ain't even say that much, dog. They got him. How they find where he worked? This whole doxing thing and all of that. That's why people aren't doing it as much as they do. So I think first, see, we got to get that snake by the head, not the tail. We got to cut it off by the head, as in we have to do everything we can to make it so you won't be canceled. You won't be fired. You don't have to worry about being shut down because you had a different opinion or you was just speaking your mind, no matter how it sounds. We have to truly get back to that, right?
Yeah.
And other than that, yeah, you definitely got a point there. But my whole thing is when women do push it to the forefront, because you are absolutely right. I know quite a few women that like got a gay best friend, and it's nothing wrong with that, right? But my thing is when women will go ahead, how you say they'll push it to the forefront. So what they do is the masculine men like ourselves, right? All of us gentlemen up here, the masculine men, they'll down us, and they'll say we have little d energy if we say certain things.
Hyper masculinity or something.
Right, all of that, right? And they'll keep a gay best friend, and they'll champion and cheer the gay best friend, but as soon as they want to insult us, they call us gay.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing, bro. So I'm like, I mean, what is it? Are you like did you insult your people just now, or like what's going on? So it's this real backwards mentality. So now when you got men who truly are just apex alphas, that's considered something toxic masculinity, bro.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there's no such thing as called toxic femininity. I don't know what this whole thing's about, but I digress. My mic is muted, man. Kyle, what's up, bro?
Nah, you know what was a great show back in the day? Married with Children.
Absolutely. Al Bundy, heck yeah.
Yeah. Because like I said, you have to. What really happened was this whole remember like maybe 10 years ago, you had this whole anti-bullying campaign. I feel like that opened the floodgates for fat acceptance. You can't shame people, this, that, and the other. I feel like bullying, I mean, it plays an integral part in society because a lot of times when you bully somebody, you're saying things about somebody that are just not normal, right? When I was in school, if a goth got out of line, we would just say, "Get your weird ass the fuck away from us." That's what we would say to him.
Yeah.
You're out of line now. You're a little out of line. So, but see now, if you say that, you're bullying them. But we had goths. But when they got out of line, we will put them back in their place because I don't know why, but there is something about their behavior that is just odd. And look at what's happened. We've let goth people in power. We put them in positions of power now. Like I said, I couldn't imagine 20 years ago the gay kid. We had like a gay kid in school. Every school had him. I couldn't imagine the gay kid in school ruling things now. Damn. Go ahead.
Hey, but last part real quick, and then take it away, Sav, or whoever, right? When we'll get back to that point, this was the point I wanted to make before I forgot. You were on your way to drop a F-bomb, and you had to catch yourself. And what did you say? Because I don't want them. The day that you can comfortably drop that F-bomb again is the day that we're back. Man, the day that you can just do that. See, that's how you know right there. That moment you had to catch yourself. Yeah. Wow.
Kyle, let me tell you something, Kyle.
What's up?
Believe it or not, Kyle, there was a time, my good man, when you can say the FAG word in public.
I can. It's a food.
Yeah.
Hold on. Kyle. Not too long ago, seriously, real quick, CD, to back you up. Not too long ago, we used to say stuff like, man, that shirt gay. Man, that joint was gay. But we didn't mean it like the shirt prefers men and the shirt wants penis over vagina. All we're saying is the shirt's dumb. We used to say that. Man, that movie was gay as hell. We don't mean it was Brokeback Mountain. We just mean we didn't like it. Can't even say that no more. So, you wanted that, CT.
Jay Brillo with the $2 super chat says, when World War III pops off, trans and feminism is dead and gone. Oh, exactly. Because it's for damn sure wasn't trans storming the beaches in Normandy. What's up, Cal?
Smitty says, I forget exactly what he said because I was listening. I got distracted by the bent over comment. It was about like gay people can say these things and they're not insulting their people. I think that's what he was saying. Like, gay people can say, oh, that's gay, and then it's not an insult because they're gay. It's like how people say black people can't be racist. That's something I grew up with, is that a black person cannot be racist. Only white people can be racist. And I got taught that when I was younger.
You were lied to, sir. You were lied to. Continue.
That well I was lied to because people hate white people. People don't like Asians. I mean, you look at New York, it's usually black people attacking Asian people in New York. Are they not racist? Is that like a form of phobia or Semitism?
Impossible, sir. They're oppressed. Continue.
Yeah. I digress. My mic is muted. But yeah. It's silly arguments like that. And the F word, like I've heard the N word more than I've heard the F word. Like I hear the N word all the time. white, usually black people saying it, but white people say it too. The N-word, that's more common than saying the F. The F-word is more demonized because you have a community of rainbow people who are going to come for you. They're going to get your address. They're going to message your family. They're going to call your place of work. They're going to call your education. They're going to let everyone know that you're a homophobe and you're a bigot and you're a fascist. You name it, man.
Hey, Cal Savage, do white people? Because I'm curious. In y'all community, do white people actually call each other cracker and honky?
No. I like calling myself a cracker around certain people because it's funny.
Bob says we used to yell the FAG word across the hall. Yes, go ahead, Savage.
Well, in the UK, you could roll a fag. It's rolling a cigarette. And
It is. A lot of people don't know the fag is really the torch in the Olympics.
Yeah, well, they got.
That's a torch, bruh. And the what they carry in the Olympics, that's a faggot.
Mm.
And they do say that across. Yeah, they do. They say, "Let me get a bloody fag." Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Let's roll a fag up. Let's roll a fag.
Yeah,
if I was
they
in the
sure
US
do.
and said, can I pinch a fag? They'd look at me like, you want to pinch who? But pinching a fag here is, can I have a cigarette? Luckily,
No,
I've
I'm
never
sorry.
pinched
Can I
a
pinch a
cigarette.
fag? That's funny. Now that's funny.
Yeah, can I pinch a fag? That's literally what people say. Can I pinch a fag off you? That's something that gets said.
Just like how we say, can I bum a smoke? That's all. I get it, bro.
Bum a
Slang the
smoke.
slang. Can I bum a smoke? Same
to bum
thing.
someone is worse than to pinch a fag.
What's up, Barnabas? How you doing, man?
That's how we
Barnabas,
say it, though. Yeah, go ahead.
Barnabas, real quick, man. Viola Davis. That was my first topic of discussion. I don't think she can act. Did you see the trailer to the Michael Jordan biopic or biopic Air?
I heard you talk about it, and you got a good point, and it was really.
Sir,
it was a
did
good
you
bit.
see the biopic?
And you know, people
Did
that
you
get
see the
typecast, people that get typecast like that girl from SNL. What's her name? She's always got to play that same kid.
I don't understand it. Why can't you just answer the question, sir? Did you see the biopic? Did you see the biopic?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, well, why didn't you just? Okay, go ahead now, sir.
But,
Go ahead.
but Smitty said a lot. I don't know. I've been agreeing a lot with Smitty recently. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the planets are not aligned or something. But people got to get money. Did they hire her for that? Is that all she's good for? Either way, I'll take that job any day. Okay, she's not selling out too much, right? It's not too bad. But I just called. I don't have a lot of time. I just want you to know that you're stupid. Okay, you're a fool.
Go ahead. Why?
And you're so wrong.
Or what?
I need to correct your ass.
Go ahead.
Here comes the white-splaining. Are you ready for it? And sit your ass down. Are you saying that bullying homosexuals is going to turn them straight? So if I bully you, are you going to start sucking sausage? Because that's the same logic. I'm going to shame you for being straight.
They do shame us.
Why are you walking around looking at girls?
They
Come
do
look at
shame
this
us.
sausage.
They do shame us.
Let them rock it out.
You
Let them
shame
rock it out.
someone.
You
can shame and I've said this before. I know it's hard for you to think because you're stupid, but just pretend that you woke up in a world where everyone was gay. It was like reverso day. Most people were gay and only whatever percent was straight. And people start shaming you for liking women. Are you going to start sucking on the sausage?
So so there's like 10 of us?
I'm gonna burn more women. I'm encouraged.
Let Barnabas rock it out. Go ahead, Barnabas. You might be onto something here, Barnabas. I'm willing to hear you.
I am on
Barnabas.
something.
Real quick before you make your point, can you do me a favor? Can you say, how does it feel knowing that you won't be able to get a job because of the color of your fucking skin? Can you say that real quick?
Is this my acting tryout?
Yeah, you ever seen the movie Higher Learning? You and Savage look like the extras on Higher Learning. You ever seen Higher Learning?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind. You should watch it. It's a really good movie.
You want to feed me my script again? No, I like this. Let me try this.
Yeah. No, but rock it out. I'm willing to hear your point of view.
Look, if you want to talk about fat shaming, maybe fat shaming works, at least for dudes, possibly. I don't know. But you are not going to shame me into sucking a sausage. Shaming homosexuals ain't going to make them straight. I don't see any science behind that. It's just going to force them into the closet more. And personally, I like my gays out of the closet.
Yeah, because you're half gay.
How did we get here?
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me ask Barnabas a question.
How did we get here?
Hold on, Smitty. Let me ask Barnabas a question.
Smitty, he is super fucking reckless. He's sitting here saying you need to shame and bully.
Hold on, dude. Big Time with the $5 super chat says, Barnabas, those Christian children were shamed by bullets. Coexistence does not exist. Barnabas, what say you about this super chat? Go ahead.
Man, Big Time, you go back in the small tent. You're small time to me. You ain't nothing to me. That ain't nothing. You're just trying to put shit together that don't match. Children getting killed. Just fuck off. Oops. Uh-oh.
Barnabas, can I say something real quick, Barnabas? If it's
stupid, no. If it's stupid, no.
Can I ask you a question, good sir?
Sure.
Is it possible that calling that girl a freak, calling that girl a tomboy when she was younger, and trying to correct her behavior, talking about the other kids, even her parents, would that have prevented the school shooting in the future? Do you don't think that's possible? Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, unfortunately, anything's possible, and maybe you have a point, but I think overall shaming gay kids I'm totally against it.
Okay.
So we should be more accepting.
Barnabas, should we do conversion therapy?
It's illegal, right? I don't know. I don't think that works.
No, it's not, sir. It's not illegal to cut the Johnson off. So I don't think conversion therapy is illegal. And they usually do it in like churches. It's usually based around it's kind of like in-house. It's kind of like private practice thing.
This is a good super chat right here. Abdul says, I shamed my friend off smoking crack. He thanked me. Now, Barnabas.
Oh, okay, Abdullah the Butcher. You're taking a lot of credit. Maybe he was just sick of smoking crack. Maybe he didn't like walking out and getting crack.
Hey, Barnabas.
You think you're shaming alone stopped him from smoking crack?
Barnabas, yes, because
Barnabas. Hold on for a second. Do you believe, Barnabas, that it is bullying if you tell your crackhead friend or alcoholic friend, hey man, maybe you shouldn't drink, you alky? You're telling me that's bullying?
I ain't talking about that.
Okay, what are you talking about? Go ahead, sir.
I'm talking about I don't want to shame gay kids.
So
I don't want to bully gay kids. They didn't ask to be born that way.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Me and you are hanging out. We're on
at the gay bar we like. At the gay bar that I met you at?
Wow.
You never met me at any gay. But listen,
that's where I met you. You told me all about your podcast.
He's just confirming what I said.
Okay, Barnabas, me and you are hanging out on the stoops in Baltimore. We see a boy walking down the street and he's switching.
I don't like that word. I don't like that word.
Hold on for a second. Let me finish.
I don't like that word.
Let me finish.
It's not a boy. It's not a boy, right?
Let me finish. A little boy is walking down the street and he's switching. And if I tell the boy, hey, young boys aren't supposed to switch. That's what girls are supposed to do. Are you telling me that you would correct me? Go ahead, sir.
If you and me are hanging out and you start talking to random children on the street, I'm fucking leaving you where you're at.
You ain't got.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead. But you got the floor. Go ahead.
They want the 3-strike rule. Sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
If you and me are hanging out and you're talking to random kids, that's a no. Only time you're allowed to talk to a random kid is if they're about ready to get hit by a car or something.
Okay.
And then I want to see some action. Otherwise, you keep your mouth shut. This is the new day and age. You don't talk to kids that you don't got to know what you ain't related to. You don't talk to them.
So drag shows,
safety. Okay. That's my policy.
So drag shows are cool then?
I'm against drag shows for children.
I want to, CT, can I please just very briefly, I want to respond to something. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So Barnabas, that last super chat does have some validity. And so only thing I'm going to say is this for myself. I have spoken about how, in my earlier 20s and stuff, I was in the streets heavy, man. And it landed me in prison for 7 years. You know how I got to the point where, all right, I have a home now that I own and all of that. And I'm settled. And I actually, because I was shamed enough when I would hear over the phone the mother of my child saying, "You not here. She needs you." Okay. When my parents or my brothers and sisters would tell me how much they are disappointed in the fact that because of the moves that I make and I'm not there to be able to assist. So actually, bruh, yes. What really got me to the point where I stopped all of that. And everything's been beautiful, at least about the last, I say about 5 years now. Gorgeous,
Now,
right?
What say you about that, Barnabas?
Yeah, man.
I'm happy to hear that you're doing well. That's awesome. That is a great.
All I'm saying is, believe it or not, Barnabas, they were not soft about it, bro. I was cut off. People wouldn't answer the phone for me. I wasn't invited to certain functions, all of that, bro. And I got tired of that feeling of not being trusted, not being relied upon, and everything else, because people knew at any moment I'd get locked up again because of what I was doing out on the street. And so all I'm saying is, I'm landing it right here, wheels down. All I'm saying is that holds heavy, at least with me personally, because I got back. I'm in my father's. I'm in my I'm in my child's life as a father full time again, and all of that now. Why? Because I was shamed enough by those around me who cared about me. It's something called constructive criticism, sir.
Yeah. Let me read this super chat.
I digress. My mic is muted, man.
Yep. Big Time with the $5 super chat says, Barnabas, have you ever been to Alcoholics Anonymous? What tactics do they use to keep you sober? I don't think Barnabas, have you ever been to AA? Keep it real.
I went. I'm not for me though, but I've been to one.
Okay,
sure.
You're clearly a drunk.
Metaphoric Lee says that's not true. Have anybody ever heard of the phrase "it takes a village"? That's the problem with the world and society, and people stop talking to the kids and telling them that they are wrong. And Abdul with the $2 super chat says, "I can't do lame as Barnabas. I'm out." Barnabas, let me ask you this: what if? Okay,
no. I need to go back.
Okay, go ahead.
If we wake up in an alternate parallel universe, like I said.
Okay, go ahead. Let's do it.
My whole family can shame me. Everyone can desert me. I can be in these streets. Okay. I'm not going to suck on a sausage. You can't shame me into being gay.
How do we keep going back to sucking sausage?
You have. It's a hard. It's a thought experiment. It's a thought experiment.
Hold on. Just finish it. I'm listening.
Pretend.
Okay.
Everyone. I'm just going to presume
I'm not pretending.
Not to anyone's gender or orientation.
Hold on for a second.
I'm assuming everyone is straight, cis male.
Yeah.
Pretend you woke up in a. Okay, let's just pretend that 1% of the world is gay because I don't know the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Pretend tomorrow you woke up and 99% of the world was gay.
Okay. Okay.
And they reproduced by having anal sex. And just pretend. Just try.
Go, okay. Tell it. Go, set it up.
And then pretend it's like 1940.
Okay.
I wake up and I'm supposed to go marry a dude.
Okay.
Like that's forced upon me. You have to put your sausage in the sausage holder. No, I don't like that sausage holder. Okay. I am a big fan of my charcuterie, but not other charcuterie. Okay. I know how to make a charcuterie board. I don't want some man making a charcuterie board. No thanks. Okay.
Okay.
Your parallel universe consists of butt sex.
Yes, it does. You just have to let down your walls and think for a second. I know it's hard. I'm not calling you gay. Everyone's so people are so scared. People are gonna call them gay. They can't even just think it through.
I dropped everybody.
You can shame me. My family can leave me. I can get fired from my job.
But Barnabas,
I can get thrown in jail.
Yes.
I still want to put my sausage in a vagina sausage holder.
Okay.
I don't care. All the amount of shaming and beatings is not going to convert me.
Okay.
I want the panocha.
Okay.
I want the smell. I want the feel. I want the femininity. I can't even say the word. I'm getting too excited over here. Okay. I'm gonna have to go rub one out after this. I'm getting too excited. Okay. I want the woman. You can't shame me into not liking women. You cannot. Like these people that are trying to shame me into not having sex with a transgender woman. You can't do it. No, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm super straight. That's what's up.
Okay. Now,
so on that note, I don't think shaming is going to turn people straight. I don't know if anyone who has been shamed into being straight.
Hello. Can I respond to you now, Barnabas, real quick?
I allow you. As long as it's not stupid like before.
Okay. We don't live in that world. Okay, that's my answer. I'm gonna bring everybody back up. There we go.
That's the lamest answer ever. So your answer is if CT lived in that world, he'd be down there at Shaving Ryan's Privates Club every night like he usually is.
What is in your mind? What makes you think of cock so much?
I'm trying to explain things in a way people can understand.
Well, I think you can shame them. I think if a kid's saying, "Mummy, I want to be a boy," when they're a girl and they want to piss standing up, I think you should say, "No, you're a girl." You should shame them into realizing they're a girl. And if I'll tell you now, you're not born gay. A 6-year-old's not a gay individual. A 6-year-old.
I was born straight. I was born straight.
Yeah, but that's
I was born straight.
Okay. Well, it's the norm. It's the norm to be straight. It's the norm because you can reproduce. It's healthy, and it's what the anatomy is all about. It's what biology is all about. To stick your you know what into someone else's you know what when they're a male and a male, nothing's going to come from that other than AIDS and disease and just mental illness and like gender dysphoria, like transgenderism. It's gender dysphoria. It's a literal
Let's just stick to the gays so it doesn't get too complicated, please.
Well, I mean, you can't shame people out of being things. You can. If you shame someone enough, they'll stop doing anything. That's why they torture people, pull their nails out, and then they start spitting truth. They shame them.
You can shame me and torture me all you want. I still want a woman. No amount of beating is going to make me want a dude's hairy butt. None.
Unless
they come up with some magic pill that turns people gay. But I don't see that happening.
Hey, Barnabas, man.
You don't like the truth.
Barnabas, you are one twisted fuck, dude. What? I mean, I understand, like, setting up a scenario, man, but these scenarios come from somewhere deep down in your psyche too, man. That's a wild scenario, dude. You really in your brain have invented this alternate dimension, this alternate universe. I understand it, sir. Yes, in your alternate universe, heterosexuality.
It's called empathy, stupid. You have to pretend like you're them. Walk in their shoes psychologically, mentally. Just pretend for a minute. Pretend that you wake up gay. It's called empathy. Have a little empathy. Imagine your CT, and every morning you wake up, you think of Ricky Martin's butt, and it's the only thing you want. Right? And the world's telling you, no, you can't have Ricky Martin's butt. It's a tough way to be, man. It's a tough way to be. And if you want Ricky Martin's butt and he wants to give it to you, I say, go ahead. Go ahead.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Mofongo.
Barnabas, listen, dude. Listen. I get what you're saying. Yes. Okay, you gave a Star Trek analogy. What if you gave a nice little hypothesis? I get it. Trust me. But we don't live in that environment. The fact of the matter is,
but they do. They do.
My good sir. So do pedophiles. Are we gonna what? Are you gonna say? Well, what if
draw the line? Consenting adults only, please.
You draw the line.
Even bring that up.
It's ironic that you draw.
There's plenty of hetero pedophiles. So shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Wait a minute.
There's plenty of pedo heteros,
sir. It's ironic that you draw the line at pedophilia. Okay, so I could always say, well, what if you lived in a world where, hey, being a pedophile is the norm? And I'm doing, hey, man, this is weird. I guess you would be seen as the oddball. What I'm saying, my good sir, is that we don't live in these alternate dimensions. We live here in the now. And I'm telling you, sir, it is weird for a man to dress up as a woman to pretend to be a woman, sir. And they should be shamed early on in life. If a little boy says, if he's 10 and says, Dad, I want to be a female, you as a father should say, that is a weird way of thinking, and you try to correct your son. Are you telling me if you had a son, you wouldn't want to correct him, sir?
Look, I think now I'm gonna destroy your audience right now. Are you ready for this?
You already destroyed the audience.
No, I got a story that I told Eric on his show, but I can tell you too. But your face might melt. No, I don't think you're ready. Let Eric tell it next time.
No, go ahead. What's the story?
One time when I was young, now my sister's 4 years older than me. I think I was in like first, second, or third grade. Now you got to remember, I'm 46.
Yeah.
Cal, I hope you're sitting down for this. You're not going to want to hear this. Just maybe lay down in the bed, because when you hear this, you're going to get very upset. And remember, I'm 46, and things were different back then.
Yeah.
1 year for Halloween, I don't know whose idea it was, be it my sister's or my mom's. You know where I'm going with this?
No.
My sister dressed up like a boy, and I dressed up like a girl. I wore a dress and had prosthetic boobs.
It was.
I got a picture of my mom's house. I got to find it. I'll bring it one day.
It was Halloween.
Oh, so that's okay.
I mean, there are people who dress like the damn devil on Halloween. So what? We're talking about.
When I told Eric, he said that my parents were grooming me and this and that, and I should.
I don't know if they were grooming you. I disagree with that, but go ahead.
But I saw that my dad didn't like it. I think my mom like snuck it or sneaked it on him. Snuck a word. Yeah. But I didn't understand why at the time. It was like for the lulls, because back then it was like, Bob Hope would put a dress on. It was funny, and like Medea or something like that. But anyways, okay, back to the thing. Don't shame gay kids. Don't bully them. Leave them alone. That's the reason there's so much pushback nowadays, because they've been beaten up and bullied for so long.
Barnabas, nobody ever.
And now it's like the pushback is so far; it's too far for me.
Barnabas,
quote unquote liberal, not liberal.
Barnabas,
by the way,
Barnabas. I don't know about other schools in the country. I know at the schools that I went to, effeminate boys and gay kids were not beat up when I was in school. They were just, that's what's his name. He likes sucking. It was just, they were just gay. They weren't. I mean, they weren't anything special.
Look, throughout history, they were, right?
Go ahead.
Look, we had one. His name is Brian. I remember his last name. I'm not going to say it. I mean, I never did anything to him, but we'd always make jokes. I'd make jokes behind his back. Other people would say stuff to him, and then they got in trouble, rightfully, because this poor kid. Because he was like so feminine. It was like everyone was like.
But you're supposed to make. You're supposed to make jokes about each other when you are a kid. That's what we did in school with each other every day, all day. So what?
I don't know, man. They're just like so vulnerable, all alone. It's just sad, man. Like that.
Maybe
poor
they
kid,
shouldn't
Brian.
be vulnerable.
Who makes them vulnerable? Who makes them? Themselves.
They don't make themselves gay. They just are born that way.
They're not born gay, sir. Nobody's born gay.
So are you born straight, or did you have to decide? So basically, you can switch either way. You're saying you weren't born gay or straight. You just said I want to be.
Wait.
Can I ask you a question?
Let's savage talk. He hasn't spoken.
Barnabas, can I answer your question? Yes, I'm born straight. You know why I was born straight? Because when I hit puberty, sir, all I wanted to do was hunch up on any coochie I could get. So yes, I was born straight. Savage, go ahead, sir.
Hold on, what's that song? All I want to do is zing a zoom zoom and booga boom boom. Just shake the butt. How's that song go? Come on, help me out.
Never do that again, sir.
All I want to do is zig a zoom zoom and bigga boom boom. Just shake the butt.
So Barnabas, your whole argument stands on that gay kids are born gay, right?
I think so.
Okay. So
I don't have proof. I'm just because I was born straight. No. So I think they're born gay.
So you think they're born that way? So do you think trans kids are born that way?
Yeah. Do I think that some of it's being pushed on them? Yes. Do I think that some of them are gay and society is saying, "Hey, you're not gay, you're a woman"? Yes. It's okay. Too savage, Miss Savage. Red. I freely admit stuff has gone too far. There's too much pushback. It's out of control. We need to reel it in.
Okay.
But so I am against shaming gay kids for being gay.
All right. So these are yes and no questions. All right. So if you think gays are born gay and trans are born trans, so with that same logic, aren't maps born maps?
Sure.
So then we should affirm their sexuality, though.
No, I'm anti-pedophilia. That's just too bad for them.
But
some
born
people are born with 3 hands and shit.
Like gay kids.
Too fucking bad. Oops, I'm in trouble.
Like gay kids.
Yeah, some people are born that way. I don't know why.
Okay, so we should shame them then.
We should execute pedophiles, shouldn't we? So we should execute children.
Well, they're adults, right? You can do something different.
If they're born as an MAP, should we not execute children for being MAPs? Because pedophiles deserve execution, in my opinion.
I don't execute people for thought crimes. right?
I would execute a pedophile any day of the week. I think it'd be a good thing. I'd be
not for a fault. Not for a fault.
Yo, so I actually addressed
this.
What?
I actually addressed this last night with you. So I understand what your opinion is, but unfortunately, science has already gone past where your opinion lies. So humans are not straight or homosexual. They're not sexual at all until adolescence. There are a lot of external stimuli that get you to that point as you're forming that. But that is not, nobody's born with preferences, any preference, let alone a sexual preference. So what you're saying is exactly the reason why I was trying to tell people that you shouldn't be allowing gay marriage, because that's the slippery slope. Now you're sitting here saying that this is okay, and pretty soon it'll be pedophilia. And you know what? Once that's the thing, then you'll be accepting of that also. Because that's
I
what
won't. No, I don't accept. I don't know. I don't toe the line. I stand up for myself. I'm against it. Yeah, they're born that way, or maybe they were molested into some weird thing, some things we don't understand. As far as science goes, Dr. Fauci told me I should get 5 vaccines in my penis, and I said, no, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah,
so science is evolving, and we learn as we go along.
Right, that's the science, not actual science.
I don't know what to tell you. I was born straight. That's what's up. That's my final answer. Maybe science will teach me otherwise.
So Barnabas, I'm not debating with you because you're entitled to your opinion, but I do have to ask you a question.
What does that say, Cal? What does that say? What does that say?
I'm responding to Amil in the chat. He says Anthony Joshua to knock out in the 6th round.
I do have to ask you a question, though, Barnabas.
Make it quick, because I gotta go.
Okay, so since you like doing hypotheticals and alternate dimensions and stuff, let's assume in an alternate universe you are a teacher. And a little boy comes to you and says, you know, Mr. Barnabas, I'm a little bit confused. I just hit puberty and I like Sally, but I also would like a penis in my mouth. You as the teacher, what would you tell that boy? Better yet, you're the boy's father. How about that? You're the boy's father.
Okay.
He's like, I had a teacher. I do like
here's a
Sally.
pass. Go talk to the nurse.
No, hold on a second.
Above my pay grade.
Let's assume you're his father. Let's assume you're his father. Okay, he says, Dad. He says, Dad. You know, I like Sally in my class, but I also have an urge to want to stick a penis in my mouth. Now, you as the father, what would you say to your son?
I'd be like, call Sally out. I'll take you guys out on a pizza date. Let's go.
Okay, but
it's like when your girlfriend gets fat, you don't call her fat. You're like, hey, baby, let's go on a bike ride.
Barnabas,
you call her
salad
fat
tonight.
You call her fat.
But Barnabas, you didn't answer me because
I did.
Your son,
I did.
Okay,
I did.
But what about him saying that I have an urge to stick a penis inside of my mouth?
I would put him in a position to understand the greatness of heterosexuality.
Okay. I was
by encouraging him to call the girl. I'm assuming she's in like whatever 5th, 6th, 7th grade. Yeah. I will drive you to Chuck E. Cheese, whatever it is these kids do. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, it's date night for you and your little thing. And anytime he wants to take, you know, so when he wants to go on a Jack and Jill date or Adam and Eve date, I'm going to be like, that's a great idea. If he says, I want to go on an Adam and Steve date, I'll be like, I don't know. The money's kind of tight right now. I didn't get that Christmas bonus. You know what I'm saying? I'll just like, it's like the fat girlfriend. Like I said, you don't call him fat. You say, let's go on a bike ride. Okay. You're like, hey, let's eat some carrots and lettuce tonight. Be like, I just got a new gym membership, family rates.
You can't shame her into being skinny. Shaming doesn't work.
I'm not shaming. That's what I'm doing. I'm just like slickly and slyly suggesting things. Hey, baby, let's go skiing. Let's go swimming.
I thought this whole
I digress. My mic is muted.
Oh, all right. No. I'm sick. I got to go. Does anyone have some smoke for me before I go?
Nah, man. Thank you so much for always coming through it. You know,
thanks for letting me on. CT, you're stupid and you're wrong. Yeah. I just want to put that out there.
Okay.
change your ways and keep it up. You're going to get arrested of thought crimes. Take it easy, y'all.
Thank you so much. Casey, what's up, man?
Sorry, forgive me.
No, you're good. Casey, what's up, man? You're on mute, Casey.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was actually just going to say, if he gets to the point where his son is telling him that he's thinking about some dicks, then no matter what he does at that point, he already fucked up.
Yeah.
Like that's just the reality of it. Your sexual preferences are actually, again, scientifically already set at 16.
Yeah.
So if he's 10 years old thinking about dicks, that means you already messed up. You should have been doing your job as a man and making sure. So I've raised two men at this point in my life.
Yeah.
I have 4 children. And with my youngest, if I was watching a movie or if I was playing a video game that had titties in it, I would purposefully make it a thing. You cannot see this. Cover his eyes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that it made titties exotic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's something I gotta see, right? So I was planting the seeds from day one. Not only that, but also a heterosexual household to where he sees man and woman makes child, right?
Yeah.
So again, if you got a 10-year-old looking for dicks, you already messed up.
I ask myself, who's showing penises to 10-year-olds? How do they even think of cock at the age of 10?
New ideas. What's going on, man?
Greetings and salutations. I want to see this data where your sexuality is determined by 16. Like where?
New ideas. I wanted to ask you something real quick though. What do you think about Donald Trump being indicted, by the way?
I'm kind of over that Punch and Judy show, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. I'm kind of over that Punch and Judy show. Is from what it seems to me that we're on a train track. You know, it's not going left or right. It's going the same trajectory and destination.
Yeah. What do you think about the school shooting with the transgendered female or whatever? I think it was a woman dressed as a man. What do you think about that?
I think it's a symptom of a sick society. So I think America has some soul searching to do. You know, yeah, the metrics. You know, everyone says America's the best because of the GDP, but you know, let's look at the suicide rates. Let's look at the overdoses. Let's look at the antidepressant usage. The divorce rates. You know,
you are half Aborigine, correct?
No. I'm half Tongan. Polynesian. It's like Samoan. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in New Zealand. That's right. So, let me ask you a question, because Barnabas brings up a good point, but I have to ask.
Sad.
Sad point. Is homosexuality, particularly transsexuality, a part of ancient Tongan culture?
It is. Yeah. We've got like not quite trannies, like they don't have the operations, but we've got men that dress as women, and they're part of the culture, and there's no dramas. You know, now we've got a United Nations office there, been setting up shop there, trying to push all these laws when, you know, we've got a culture, a very rigid and complex culture, you know, it's been developed for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, you know. They've never been a problem. They've never been persecuted. I tell you why they've never been persecuted.
Why is that?
Because if you're like a transvestite in Tonga, you had to fight for that. You really had to fight for that. As in, you would have grown up fighting. Yeah. Well, obviously your dad would have given you hidings. Like, there's no rules like in the West. You know what I mean? You're allowed to beat your wife.
What would possess, and this is just for the panel, what would possess a man or a woman to want to pretend to be another gender? Attention? Decadence? Okay.
Yeah.
Attention is why they're drag queens, because they have audience, and then they can also promote the homosexual lifestyle onto that audience. Also, can I ask 2 questions for new ideas?
Yeah, sure.
Do you like Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister?
Chaotic Truth is actually incorrect. I'm in Australia. Yeah.
Oh, forgive me. Sorry, I assumed you're in. Your accent's very thick, so I assumed you're in New Zealand.
Yeah, I get it a lot. I've spent time in New Zealand, but yeah, my father's from England. He's a Geordie from Newcastle, and my mum's from Tonga.
I can't take this guy seriously.
Why?
The second. Sorry.
Why? Why can't you take him seriously? Savage.
I can't take a guy from a country seriously saying that we have a soul issue when they give up all their guns.
Well, I'm guilty of that.
Yeah, America's a very unique country, you know, and I admire the Bill of Rights, you know, or the Constitution. Is a great country. The founding fathers were great, you know. They're really cool, man. I admire them, but not many countries have that. They're the exception to the rule, isn't it?
Do you admire the Crown because you're under the Commonwealth?
I hate them, man. I hate the parasites.
You'd vote to leave the Commonwealth if you were given the option.
Yeah, but I mean, well, basically, we used to be a British vassal, but now we're an American vassal, right? So
Australia is the Commonwealth; it's under the Crown.
It is, but let's be real. Like America runs the show.
In what sense?
So it's actually funny because when I was growing up, I was born in 1982. I'm 40 years old now. When I was growing up, we had all British television shows, kid shows, and everything on TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
And since maybe 2000 or maybe even, it's all American shows. Even my nieces and nephews are starting to speak with an American accent.
Same over here, man. It's all Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. There's no really CBBC anymore.
Yeah, what's so funny is my old man, my father, you know, he was born in 1938, you know, grew up in World War II when they were getting bombed in England. And he used to be able to tell like what street someone was from by their accent. But, you know, apparently they lose it, you know, in England, but that's getting lost now because of the internet.
And also the multiculturalism.
So new ideas. I know you said that you said you're over it, but what is the talk in Australia about Trump being potentially arrested? I mean,
Australia is so lame. Like I hate to say it, but it's so lame. Like we're just gonna copy what America does. Like, you know what I mean? We're just like a copycat. You know, that just copy. Like if there's an Australian mentioned on the news in America, that will be on the news. That will be on the news, a news story in Australia simply because an Australian was mentioned on the news in America. Like. We're only 25 million people here.
Hey, yo, real quick, I'd like to address something real quick, and then I'm going to jump out.
Go ahead.
So first, your question of why somebody would choose that's because it's a social contagion, and it affects females far more than it does males. To new ideas, you asked me about where I'm getting that information about sexual preference or identity being set around 16, 17. That comes from the NIH. So the National Institutes of Health, I mean, you could really look it up, but it's 16.7 years for males, 16 for females. I just rounded on even 16.
But are these the same people that I mean, so homosexuality used to be considered a mental condition, if from what I'm given to understand, and it's not anymore. Is that right? Is that the same crowd?
I don't know necessarily by crowd necessarily. This is just the scientific community, and the idea behind it. You have to be careful because of how things are politicized. But in all actuality, the reason it was considered a mental disorder is because we've established that it is nurture over nature. Because again, like I was saying earlier, human beings are not sexual beings until adolescence. So,
but that's pretty strong words, you know. Established. That's like concrete, you know.
It is established. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, since we mapped the human genome, there is no question anymore about where this does or does not come from.
So, you believe that sexual preference is fluid until 16? If what I'm given to understand.
Technically, yes. Everything that you're doing and experiencing, all the external stimuli leading up to that point, is shaping what those preferences are. It's the same with food preferences. Like you understand how that works, right? Like, because
I'm not really familiar with that.
We've politicized sexual preference to make it seem different, but it's no different than any other preference. Like, you have to look at it scientifically and not emotionally.
But you know, sexuality is one of those primal, perennial urges. You know what I mean? Like up there with food and water. You know what I mean?
Kind of. And I think what you're missing is that the reason you don't see homosexuality in nature is because you don't have that weird cultural push. Because unfortunately, when you get into decadence and ages of decadence, this is what produces. But you can say, oh, there's gay animals, but there really aren't. If you put a female in heat of that same species in front of that quote unquote gay animal, they're fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to discuss it. I know you wanted to jump off. I'd love to discuss it because, so like, what's the spread? What is the, you know, I'm a fan of statistics and data. What does the data say? Is it a 50-50 coin split? Like how there's 50% males and 50% females? Like, and what's the reason for it in nature? So you think it's not really a natural concept like homosexuality, but it's a result of the material cultural conditions that we're currently living.
For sure. Really quick, and then I really do have to jump because I'm working. But really quick, how it works is there are many different forms of external stimuli that help you to form those preferences and that identity. It could be over affectionate fathers, under affectionate fathers, late night sneaky uncles. Like you've got witnessing sex at an early age, just normal heterosexual sex at an early age can fuck you up because you have no context for it. You see what I'm saying? So
I'll have to look in the data. I have to look at the data, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm sorry that I got to bounce. You guys enjoy. I'll still be listening. I just got to work.
I find it funny the comparison with homosexuality and animals. The people defending it say, "Well, animals are they hump the same sex." Does that not mean that homosexuality, in your eyes, is animalistic? It stands out to me how people are putting gay animals to the defense, but it's animalistic. You wouldn't go eat.
Yeah.
Lions eat people.
That's we're hustling backwards.
That's what Disney Channel does to you, mate. He's loving it. Look at him go, and it's pink. That's clearly a female color, pink. I don't blame him. I'd do it.
But his tail wagging like that is like he's playing. You know what I mean? Usually when the dogs are doing the business, they're very serious. They're very vulnerable. They feel, you know?
Yeah, they don't have the brains that humans have.
Yeah, apparently, only humans and dolphins actually enjoy sex.
Really?
I don't know how true that is.
Enjoy it because dolphins enjoy it all the time. Look at him go, bro. He's loving it.
Apparently, it's pure instincts.
That's a good boy right there.
Oh.
Oh man, yeah. I don't think it. Hold on, let me read the super chat real quick. Big Time with the $2 super chat says DSM-3 mental disorder till the mid-70s. Guys, real quick, I just got some news. Give me 1 second. I just got some news real quick. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on. Where is it at? I just had it. Trump is to be arraigned on Tuesday. Here we go.
On Tuesday.
Let me see. Trump will be arraigned Tuesday after Manhattan grand jury indictment. A grand jury investigating Donald Trump's role in the hush money payment. I already read that. Where are we at? Where are we at? Here's what we know so far. The New York grand jury is investigating hush money payments made to porn star Stormy Daniels. Let's see. In the run-up to the 2016 election, has voted to indict former President Donald Trump. Multiple outlets, including the New York Times and Reuters, reported early Thursday evening. The Associated Press reported that New York court officials said Trump will be arraigned on Tuesday. Wow. So it's been verified. He will be arraigned on Tuesday. This is absolutely an abomination. But any last words, guys? Go ahead.
I'd like someone to explain to me why Bill Clinton got the sack for getting a BJ, And where's the criminal act in this? I don't get it.
He groomed a young woman to suck his knob in the Oval Office as president of the United
She was
States.
overage. She was over.
Sorry?
But that's, I mean, that might be morally wrong, but it's not criminally
what about
wrong.
the Nature Express? What about going to Jeffrey Epstein's island and literally doing that to a bunch of underage?
No, that's different. That is wrong. That's underage.
This woman was 21 years old, so she was only just.
Oh, come on. Yeah, but it's still underage. 21, they're ready to rock and roll.
But he's abusing his power as president of the United States. That's the problem. He's in a position of power.
No, it's a genuine question. Is that illegal? Is that, because I thought it was perjury or something, that because he said he didn't have sexual relations.
Yeah, he lied.
Yeah, so like.
All right, guys, I got to get the hell up out of here. But any last words? So go ahead, Savage. Wait a minute. Go ahead, Savage.
Well, one, technically he was doing adultery, which I'm not sure is a federal crime or not. Also, it was sodomy, because I'm not sure if it's a federal crime or not. He also lied. So like there's multiple things to do with it. But I was trying to bring this up before Barnabas came in and he took over the show. But did you see have you seen any of the shows lately about reparations?
Reparations? No.
Dude, I seen a show yesterday about reparations that was the most insane thing I ever seen in my life. It made me think, like, there's no way that people are having these conversations in the open and like this is normal.
We're doing it.
Do you think the power, the system, the cathedral, do you think that they benefit from racial tension or racial harmony?
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't, but the point that I'm making is, like, I heard people that get up on this panel on this show talk about how reparations should be like $5 million in cash, free school, no taxes for 100 years, and house vouchers. Like the most. I was like, well, hell, why don't you just make everyone billionaires? Jeez.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, guys, I'm about to get the hell up out of here. You guys have any last words, though?
Cheers, CT. Lots of love to you.
Absolutely,
guys, if you like
man.
me, that's my channel. Cheers.
Peace.
Thank
you
so
so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Guys. Yep, peace. I will see you guys on Sunday, man. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
I don't want to leave.